are looking live at Emmetsburg High School in Emmetsburg, Iowa. Non-conference basketball doubleheader on Fuller Digital Solutions. Hello, everybody. My name is Tanner Hoops. Delighted to have you along for tonight's non-conference matchups between the South O'Brien Wolverines and the Ehawks of Emmetsburg. We will have the girls' game first and foremost. Boys' game to follow. Both of those can be heard and seen right here on FTS. Let's jump into our girls' pregame. South O'Brien 0-10, 0-7 in the War Eagle entering play this evening. Emmetsburg, meanwhile, 6-5 overall. They're sitting atop the Twin Lakes at 4-0 in league play. The two teams met a season ago in Paulina, 58-21. Emmetsburg came out with a victory. Well, South O'Brien seeking to snap a 20-game losing streak that dates back to last season. 9 of their 10 losses this year have come by double digits. The only exception was a 41-37 loss to Trinity Christian back on December the 17th. Their average margin to defeat this year is 24 points. They fell by 27 in their most recent contest Tuesday night against Harris Lake Park, 56-29. On the other side, Emmetsburg started the year 1-3, but 3 of those losses against 3 Lakes Conference foes, Western Christian, Cherokee, and Spencer. Emmetsburg, 6 years removed from the Lakes Conference, still face plenty of those teams. They've since gone 5-2 with their only losses in that span coming against the top-ranked team in Class 3A, Esterville Lincoln Central, and the Okoboji Pioneers. They are 2-1 since the new year, bouncing back after a loss to Okoboji with victories over Esac County, and most recently West Bend Mallard 46-34 on Monday. The two teams are both in action tomorrow night, both on the road. South O'Brien is visiting West Sioux, and then Tuesday they're on the road at Hartley, Melvin, Sanborn. Emmetsburg, they'll be at Manson, Northwest Webster tomorrow. Tuesday night, they're back home as they take on Sioux Central. Here is a look around the rest of both conferences this evening. Pocahontas area at Sioux Central. That's the only true Twin Lakes game tonight. The only true War Eagle game, Remsen St. Mary's, is at West Sioux. Hartley Melvin Sanborn is at Hartley Melvin Sanborn's at West Bend Mallard. Altarilli is visiting Storm Lake. George Little Rock is at Marcus Meriden Cleghorn Remsen Union. Esac is home with Cherokee. Manson Northwest Webster welcomes Fort Dodge St. Edmunds. And Akron Westfield is across the border to take on Alchester Hudson in South Dakota. Conference standings as we enter play this evening. On the Twin Lakes side of things, I mentioned Emmetsburg is atop the standings, but they're atop with somebody else in South Central Calhoun, who's also unbeaten in conference play. They are 5-0. Newell Fonda 3-0, a third unbeaten team in Twin Lakes play. Sioux Central and Pocahontas area are both tied in conference play. Sioux Central's 4-2. Pokey is 2-1. Different records, but tied in the standings nonetheless. Manson Northwest Webster is 6th. Altarilli is 7th, 3-2, 2-2 respectively. West Bend Mallard is 2-3. GTL Ray 2-5. Esac County Storm Lake St. Mary's tied for 10th. They're each 1-5, and Southeast Valley is 1-6. On the War Eagle side of things, Unity Christian holds the top spot. They're the only team left unbeaten in conference play. They are 5-0. Remsen St. Mary's right behind them at 5-1. Their only loss coming against Unity. Then you've got West Sioux, they're 4-1. Hinton and Harris Lake Park are both 3-1, tied for 4th. Marcus Meriden Cleghorn Remsen Union 3-2, followed by Trinity Christian at 3-4. Akron Westfield, Lamar's Galen are both 3-6. Hartley Melvin Sanborn 10th place at 0-5, and then these Wolverines 0-7 in War Eagle Conference play. That is your primer as we get you set for high school basketball non-conference style this evening in Emmetsburg. Let's go ahead and meet tonight's starters. We'll begin with the visiting team on the scoreboard, the South O'Brien Wolverines. We'll start with the team's leading scorer, Taya Connolly, a 5'5 senior averaging 9.9 points a game. Also the team leader with an assist and a half per game. Joined in the starting lineup by Marissa Ebel, a 5'7 senior, 4.5 points per, also 4.5 rebounds. Takara Connolly's a 5'6 senior, 3.5 points and 3 rebounds per. Alyssa Van Beek is a 5'10 senior. She's averaging just under 4 points and the team's leading rebounder at 8 per game. Rounding out the starting lineup, Tatiana Connolly, a 5'10 senior. She averages 6 points, 7.5 rebounds a game. The head coach is Erica Zimmer. She's assisted by Mark Furman. Those are the South O'Brien Wolverines, 0-10 this year, 0-7 in the War Eagle Conference. Now the starting lineup for the host, Emmetsburg Ehawks. Jade Mueller is a 5'4 senior, 3.7 points, and a team best 4 assists per game. Also in the starting lineup, Emma Outen, a 5'3 senior, 5.5 points, 4.5 rebounds a game. Myra Steffen is a 5'4 senior, 6.5 points and 3 rebounds a game. Rachel Shaney is a 5'11 freshman, 9 points and 5 rebounds per, both their team highs. And rounding out the starting lineup, Maddie Anderson, a 5'8 junior, 5 points and 3.5 rebounds per game. The head coach is Anna Feeney. She's assisted by Sean Connolly and Tim Swanson. Those are the Emmetsburg Ehawks. Their record 6-5. They are 4-0 in Twin Lakes Conference play. Starters are being introduced over the PA system, and South O'Brien wearing their black uniforms tonight with the white numerals and silver trim. On the other side, Emmetsburg is donning their home white uniforms. They've got black numerals and a little bit of gold trim. We're thrilled to have you along and delighted you could join us this Thursday evening in mid-January. Emmetsburg and South O'Brien getting set for a non-conference doubleheader. Let's pause for the playing of the national anthem. We'll come back and we'll tip this one off in just a moment. It's South O'Brien, it's Emmetsburg, and it's coming up next on Fuller Digital Solutions.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. As members of your community, we get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we're the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In Primgar, your Farm Bureau agent is Danielle Rader.
#1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2018 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
Farm Bureau?
Big store selection with small town service. Yes, that's right. Whether you need bedroom furniture or are looking for decorations to make your home feel more like a home, check out Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. Snooks carries a large selection of chairs, recliners, sofas, dressers, and more, with the individual customer service to help you find what works best for you.
Please consider the original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids on your way anyway and online at snooks1.com.
When was the last time you reviewed your insurance policies? Hi, this is Kent Faust, and our goal at South O'Brien Insurance is to provide the broadest coverage at the most affordable cost. Insurance has changed dramatically over the years, and now, more than ever, a comparison may be to your advantage. Call South O'Brien Insurance today to see what we can do for you.
Community Agency knows the Internet is evolving, taking new twists and turns. It's a journey to experience with the fastest Internet speeds available. Contact TCA, connect to the speed you need, and enjoy the ride.
And we welcome you back to Emmetsburg. Tanner Hoops with you for the play-by-play, and thrilled to have you joining us. Girls game with the boys to follow. Thrilled to have you making this part of your Thursday night plans. South O'Brien once again in the black uniforms. They'll operate left to right as you see it across your screen. And you've got the Ehawks donning the home whites right to left as you watch here on Fuller Digital Solutions. South O'Brien trying to get that first win of the season and try to do it against an Emmetsburg squad that, again, they have been playing some good basketball after a 1-3 start to the season. In the center jump circle for the Wolverines, it'll be Tatiana Conley, and then on the other side for Emmetsburg, it's Rachel Shaney. Our officials get everybody set where they need to go. Wait the opening whistle, there it is, and with that the ball's in the air, the tap won by Emmetsburg, and we are underway. Ehawks with the basketball as they work it. Auten will get it to the corner for Shaney, now back to Auten, and Auten, I beg your pardon, rather, that's Mueller, will bring it out, and then rotate it around the horn. Mueller for Auten, and now they'll swing it out to the right wing, that time it's Steffen, and now cross court to the left wing. Steffen gets it back, and now going to go inside for Anderson, a cross-court feed, and they'll try to get it down toward the low block. And now work it over to Anderson for a baseline jump shot. And Maddie Anderson knocks it down just like that. It's 2-0 Emmetsburg, 30 seconds into the game. On the other side, here come the Wolverines as they work it ahead with Conley. Conley with a bounce pass to her sister and Takara. Takara between the circles, rotate to the corner, open, look at a three, and knocking it down just behind the arc was Taya Conley. It's 3-2 South O'Brien. Conley, 27% shooter from behind the arc this year. Quickly into the front court. Here come the E-Hawks with Mueller looking to answer. She'll rotate to Steffen on the left wing. Now between the circles for Auden. And now to Stepnick, that Mueller in the right wing. Steffen has it now up top. Rotate to the wing now for Auden. Auden across court feed. Open look. Steffen thought about a three. Does not. Instead dishes down low to Anderson. Anderson draws a double team. Anderson one dribble. Picks it up. Looks for help and finds it with Auden. Auden driving in. Now kicks over Steffen. She will try a three. Too strong off the heel of the rim. The rebound pulled down by Van Beek for South O'Brien. 90 seconds gone by, 3-2. The Wolverines on top. And Conley quickly will work it ahead and into the front court. A bounce pass goes to the corner. And one dribble off, and now work it back up to Conley. Conley near the foul line. Lob pass down low for Tatiana Conley. And now will rotate out for Van Beek. Van Beek across court feed, rotate to the left wing. Conley launches a three and knocks it down. Back-to-back threes for Taya Conley, and it's 6-2, 2 minutes into the game. Quickly on the other end, Steffen will rotate over to the wing for Auden. Auden to Anderson, down low, cross-court feed to Mueller. Now inside the arc, a foul called against South O'Brien. That will be the first of the game on either team. Comes with 5:55 to play in quarter number one, and the personal will be charged to Tatiana Conley. Mueller will trigger in underneath the Wolverine bucket. Looks and looks, finds Anderson, baseline J, no good, off the heel of the rim. Rebound battle for, and Conley has it for South O'Brien. And here come the Wolverines as they'll look to bring it across, and they do with Takara Conley, and this pass thrown out of bounds. Intended for her sister, went toward the Emmetsburg student section and is turned over. 5:42 to go in quarter number one, 6-2 South O'Brien. Across the midcourt stripe, it's Mueller, picks it up in the center jump circle, rotate to Auden, back to Mueller, back to Auden, now back to Mueller. Mueller rotate to the corner, thinking about it, instead dishing off Shaney, now to the foul line. Auden kick to Mueller, back to Shaney, corner, lines up a three, it's good. Bottom of the barrel to make it a 1-point game. Shaney, the team's leading scorer, just a freshman, 9 points per. A really promising start to her career. They're going to call that a 2. They said she was towing the line. Meanwhile, the ball picked up near midcourt after being poked free by a white jersey. So 6-4 after that was ruled a 2-pointer from Shaney. Down low, they'll bounce it for Conley. Got poked away and saved from going out of bounds, but it was Maddie Anderson of Emmetsburg. 4:51 to go opening quarter. Here's an open look for Mueller, stripped of the basketball by Conley. And then Conley dribbled off somebody's foot and got picked back up by Conley, and Takara will play it ahead. Van Beek driving down low, layup no good, but she's fouled, and Alyssa Van Beek will shoot the game's first free throws with 4:39 to go in the opening quarter. Van Beek this season, 52% at the foul line. The foul goes on Shaney, number 1 on her. And Van Beek's first foul shot, no good, off the front of the rim. Subs into the game for each team. For Emmetsburg, it'll be Callista Joyce, 5'8" freshman, 7.5 points a game. Out there along with Emma Kraus, 5'9" sophomore, 2.5 points per, 3.5 rebounds a game as well. Second foul shot from Van Beek is good. Setting the South O'Brien lineup, Sam Wilbur, 5'10" senior, just under 2 points and 3 rebounds a game checked in. As we'll continue to set the lineup here in a moment. Right now, Shaney, turnaround jumper in the foul lane, no good, but she is fouled, and she will head to the line to shoot 2. The other Wolverine who checked in that last buzzer, Abby Nelson, 5'6" sophomore, a point and half a rebound per game. Foul is picked up by Taya Conley, number 1 on her, team second, and Shaney's first foul shot is good. One more coming for the 74% foul shooter. Neither of these teams really setting the state on fire at the foul line as the second foul shot is made, and Ann Feeney will call a timeout. Finishing that thought, Emmetsburg 59% of the line as a team, South O'Brien 45. Timeout on the floor, we'll take it with them. Back with more in a moment on FDS.
When was the last time you reviewed your insurance policies? Hi, this is Kent Faust, and our goal at South O'Brien Insurance is to provide the broadest coverage at the most affordable cost. Insurance has changed dramatically over the years, and now, more than ever, a comparison may be to your advantage. Call South O'Brien Insurance today to see what we can do for you.
Welcome back to Emmetsburg. Tanner Hoops with you in the play-by-play. Bryce Williams, our on-site producer and engineer. 4:27 to go in quarter number one. 7-6, South O'Brien leads Emmetsburg. Wolverines with the basketball, and a full-court press applied by the E-Hawks. It's tipped away, regained by Van Beek. Got to watch that 10-second call, and there it is. The full-court press leads to the turnover, and Emmetsburg will get it with a chance to take the lead, inbounding from half-court. It'll be Outen to trigger it in. And she'll do so to Mueller. Quickly, they'll work it to the foul line for Shaney. Poked away from her, but right to Mueller. Now Otten inside the arc to Shaney. Loose ball poked away and taken right back by Nelson for South O'Brien. 4-minute mark in the opening quarter, 7-6 Wolverines. Quickly, Van Beek with a bounce pass to the left wing. Looking and looking is Ebel. Cross-court feed, finds Taya Conley, launches a three. It's off the front of the rim, no good. And the rebound's pulled down by Shaney. 3:45 to go in the opening quarter. Quickly, they'll work it ahead, looking to drive on the other end, pick it up down low, shooting Otten, lay it off the window, no good. Rebound pulled down by Wilbur for South O'Brien. And here come the Wolverines. Press staying on in some capacity for the E-Hawks, even without a made bucket. Here's an open look at a long two. Doesn't catch iron from Van Beek, and the rebound strong side pulled down by Shaney. 3:20 to go in this opening quarter. Across the midcourt stripe, Mueller for Otten. Back to Mueller up top. Over to Otten on the right wing. Otten back to Mueller down the left side of the floor. Rotate to the corner. Kraus. And she'll play catch with Otten and Mueller. Otten has it now, back to Mueller. Mueller inside the arc to Shaney. Right foul line extended. Poked away from her, but Shaney gets it back. Shaney with 8 to shoot. Shaney will hand it off to Otten, picks it up. Shaney looks at the shot clock. Launches a three with 4 to shoot. No good, off the front of the rim. Rebound is offensive, though. Put back, no good, but a foul called. And that'll put Callista Joyce to the line, shooting 2. Tough break for South O'Brien defensively. You get the shot clock almost all the way down, but give up that offensive rebound, and now an opportunity to potentially take the lead this trip down as Van Beek picks up her personal foul number 1. Joyce makes the first foul shot, 59% shooter this year, one more coming, and a sub into the ball game. Myra Steffen checks back in for the E-Hawks, and she will replace Outen. 2:48 to go, quarter number 1, tied at 7. Second foul shot on the way, it's good, and Emmetsburg leads 8-7. Full court press remains on, and the Wolverines beat it into the front court. Taya Conley looking to drive right side, picks it up and bounces now to Cara between the circles, and now they bounce it out to Nelson. Nelson will rotate it along the top of the arc, and now a bullet pass down low intended for Wilbur, intercepted by Kraus. Emmetsburg the lead in the ball, 2:23 to go in the quarter. With the basketball, Mueller picks it up and rotates down to the corner. That's a newcomer, Nora Nelson, 5'6" freshman, I failed to mention, on the floor for Emmetsburg, averages 2.5 points a game. With the basketball, they go inside the arc. Joyce will find Mueller, poked away from her, but right to Nelson. Nelson with the shot clock at 11. They'll rotate around the horn, go to the corner. Joyce will try a three, no good, and the rebound tapped out of bounds. That is off of Emmetsburg. South O'Brien ball. 1:56 to go in quarter number 1. 8-7, Emmetsburg leading by a point. South O'Brien with the basketball, but they give it away on the full court press. That leads to a turnover. Joyce with the steal. She'll work it ahead, and with it now, driving and traveling with the basketball is Steffen, or was she bumped first? She was. They'll call a foul with 1:44 to go in quarter number 1, and this is the third on South O'Brien. Make that fourth on South O'Brien. They'll say it was on the floor, no shots, as Ebel will check back into the ball game for the Wolverines. Wilbur will pick up the personal. That's number 1 on her. 1:44 to go, quarter number 1. Kick it to the corner, looking to drive, pick it up, and now find Joyce. Joyce stripped of the basketball, coming away with it. The quick hands of Abby Nelson. Wilbur had a deflection on that steal as well. Final 90 seconds of this opening quarter. And a turnover. South O'Brien stepped on the end line. Gives it back to the Ehawks, who lead 8-7. Across the midcourt stripe. It'll be Mueller. Rotate out to the wing. Picking it up is Steffen, and then through the hands of Mueller when they tried to feed it back to her. And then a whistle and a jump ball called. Alternating arrow favors the Wolverines. Van Beek set to check back into the ball game for South O'Brien. And she'll replace Wilbur. 1:19 to go, quarter number 1. 8-7, Emmetsburg leading by a point. Front end of a non-conference doubleheader. Quick hands lead to another steal with that full court press. Kraus comes away with it. Working ahead to Steffen. Bounce pass top of the key for Mueller. Mueller cross court feed. Nelson now down low looking for Cruz. And she'll kick it out. Open look at a 3. Mueller right wing too strong off the heel of the rim. But the rebound is offensive for Kraus. Rotate around the horn. Steffen. Mueller now to the corner. Looking to drive in. Joyce kicking out for Steffen. Steffen back to Mueller inside the arc. Kraus jump shot, no good, but she's fouled with 46 seconds left, and she will head to the line to shoot 2. 15 foul on South O'Brien. And it looks like they're going to get Tatiana Connolly. That's her second. So Joyce at the line shooting 2, 59% there this year. Misses the first, one more coming. Wilbur back into the ball game, as is Alton for their respective teams. 8-7, Emmetsburg by 1. 46 seconds left in the opening quarter. Dribbling, dips the knees. Second foul shot, good. And a sub into the ball game for the Ehawks as Anderson will sub back in and replace Kraus. So the full court press remains on. Final 46 seconds of this quarter. And a sub into the ball game for Emmetsburg, and that'll be a turnover and a quick steal. Anderson with it. Right elbow jumper is good. Maddie Anderson will convert off the steal. Sub I failed to mention in the ball game, Shaylee Johnson, 5'7" sophomore, as she averages under rebound a game. Tip ball out of bounds. It'll stay with South O'Brien. 26 seconds left in quarter number 1. Shot clock is turned off. 11-7, Emmetsburg leads by 4. Inbound goes to the top of the key, looking to drive in, picking it up now. It's Ebel with the basketball, driving down the right side of the floor. She's fouled before the shot. That'll be the second against Emmetsburg. It comes with 19 seconds left in the quarter. Players are lining around the block, and the officials are saying that was indeed on the floor. And by the way, it was on Nora Nelson, number 1 on her. Sub into the ball game for South O'Brien. That's Taya Connolly. And she will trigger it in with 19 seconds to play. Conley looks and looks. Bounce pass goes to the corner. Nelson with it. Nelson nearly lost it, then hands it back to Conley. 13 seconds left. Conley bounce pass to the baseline. Gets it back. Tries a 3. It's good. And it's a 1-point game with 8 seconds left in the quarter. Emmetsburg, 3 seconds left. Still in the backcourt. They jog to midcourt. At the midcourt stripe, they don't get a shot off. Just wasn't very aware of the clock. And that will do it for quarter number 1. 8 minutes in the books. Emmetsburg 11, South O'Brien 10. Second quarter in a moment on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Broadway Marketplace, Polina. New styles, new decor, new vibe. You can find it all at Broadway Marketplace, Polina. Here's a look at what we have on display now. We have a full-service floral shop for any occasion. Great selection of gifts. And we offer private classes. We do wedding installs too, and more. Find us on Facebook. Visit our store downtown Polina Wednesday through Saturday. And let us know how we can help you. You'll always find something you love at Broadway Marketplace.
Did you know Iowa is the 12th largest milk-producing state in the United States? In Iowa, the average dairy cow produced 7 gallons of milk per day, and in May, Iowa dairy farms produced approximately 451 million pounds of milk. Rhoda Dairy is a proud dairy farm right here in O'Brien County and provides local jobs. When you sit down for your next meal, enjoy a nice cold glass of milk to go with it. Rhoda Dairy would like to wish the South O'Brien Wolverines the best of luck all season long.
Welcome back to quarter number 2 in this girls non-conference matchup. 11-10, Emmetsburg leading by 1. Good game after 8 minutes. Emmetsburg 6-5. They're half a game out of first place in the Twin Lakes standings. South O'Brien at the bottom of the War Eagle looking to snap a losing streak of 20 games that dates back to last season. With the basketball, Auten rotate to Mueller, and now to the foul line. Anderson kick it out. Auten head fake, got their defender in the air, but they rotate back around the horn with Steffen. Steffen with 13 to shoot, rotate to Mueller. Mueller, top of the key, picks up the dribble, looks for help. They'll rotate around the horn again, and then a whistle. Foul called with 7 seconds left. Tough foul for South O'Brien. That'll be their last to give, and still 7:31 to go until halftime. This foul will go against Conley, as in Takara. Number 1 on her. Inbound will get lobbed over the head of a couple of Emmetsburg players waiting for it. They say it was tipped, though, and the Hawks allowed to get it in the backcourt and bring it across. With the basketball, Mueller for Auten. Now back to Mueller in the right wing. Mueller to the foul line. Anderson, cross-court feed, looking to drive in. Steffen puts up a runner and gets it to go. 13-10. South O'Brien leads it by 3. 7:07 to go until halftime. Full court press remains on. Ebel with it, still in the backcourt. Ebel a cross-court feed, and now they do get it across, but it's stolen away. And here come the Wolverines. Auten, I should say the E-Hawks with Auten, and they'll work it around. Auten for Mueller. Mueller, lob pass, foul line. Shaney, they've done a good job on her defensively tonight. Not a whole lot of touches for Emmetsburg's leading scorer as they'll rotate around the horn. Back to Shaney, then tipped away from her. Shaney tracks it back down. They go to the top of the key and now work it around. Lob pass Anderson, foul line jumper, no good, but the rebound offensive for Shaney, and she's fouled with 6:33 to go until half. That'll be the 7th foul against South O'Brien. That's number 1, a Marissa Ebel, and it puts Shaney to the line, shooting 2. Shaney's 74% of the line this year. Dribbles, dips the knees, lets it go. It's good. One more coming. 14-10, Emmetsburg leading South O'Brien. 6:33 to go, first half. Second foul shot, good. 5-point Emmetsburg lead, largest as it's been for either team. Boys game will follow, should be a good one. A pair of 7-2 teams. Ebel with it, into a double team, turns it over, threw it to Auten. Auten across midcourt, picks it up right wing, and then dishes off for Mueller and gets it back. Auten back to Mueller, right wing. Mueller, lob pass to the foul line, and then Shaney nearly stripped to the basketball, got it back, kicks to Auten for 3. It's no good, and the rebound is offensive for Emmetsburg and Mueller. Another offensive rebound for the E-Hawks. They'll work it between the circles as we hit the 6-minute mark here in the first half. Shaney rotate to the corner. Mueller a 3, and she knocks it down. 18-10 as Jade Mueller, a 33% shooter from downtown, is able to connect. Quickly into the front court. Conley whistle timeout. Erica Zimmer with 5:45 to go in the first half. We'll take it with them. It's Emmetsburg 18, South O'Brien 10, and this is high school basketball on Fuller Digital Solutions.
As a parent, you have a choice in your child's education. Zion St. John Lutheran School believes all children deserve a quality, well-rounded education with a curriculum written with a biblical worldview. With a student-teacher ratio of 8-1, you can be sure your child's specific learning styles are met. Zion St. John offers affordable pricing with tuition assistance and is open to all denominations. For more information of the benefits Zion St. John Lutheran School can offer your child, visit their website or give them a call today.
Welcome back. 18-10, Emmetsburg on top. And the big story thus far, Emmetsburg getting some turnovers with their press. And they're controlling the offensive glass. You look on paper side by side, and South O'Brien doesn't have the advantage in too many categories. One they do, though, is offensive rebounding at 13-9 as far as averages per game. This ball poked out of bounds will stay with South O'Brien. But the offensive rebound, that has been an Emmetsburg weapon thus far. 5:37 to go until halftime. 18-10, South O'Brien with the ball, trailing by 8. As the inbound goes to Conley, as Zentea, bounce pass goes to the corner, and Takara, lob pass down low, Van Beek behind the defense, and she lays it out the window and in. 18-12, back down to a 6-point E-Hawk lead. Bounce pass to the corner, Shaney up and down, traveled with the basketball. Thought she was going to shoot and decided not to at the last minute. Turns it back over to South O'Brien. Both teams back in conference play tomorrow, both on the road, as this cross-court pass nearly results in a turnover and eventually does. Shaney to steal the layup. It's good, off the window and in. Points off turnovers and offensive rebounding, the difference in the ball game right now. 5-minute mark here in quarter number 2. Bounce pass, Ebel into the front court, trapped there, and they beat it, working ahead, and go to the corner with Conley. Takara has it now and then travels with 4:53 to go. Subs into the ball game for South O'Brien, Tatiana Conley. Krause and Joyce into the ball game for Emmetsburg. Emmetsburg is at Manson Northwest Webster tomorrow. They're home again Tuesday. That'll be their first home game in their last 5 when Sioux Central comes to town. A bounce pass, they'll rotate out to the wing. Picking it up, and a deflected ball loose. Auten picks it up and rotates out to the left wing. Driving in, picking it up is Mueller. Goes to the foul line, Anderson. They'll rotate it around the horn. Krause with it. Krause, they'll rotate up top. Mueller with 6 to shoot. Mueller has it between the circles, looking to drive in. Bounce pass out of the wing. Shot clock winding down. Out one, getting it to go with the shot clock buzzer sounding in her ears. Auten knocks it down, and it's a double-digit Emmetsburg lead, largest of the game for either team. 4:06 to go, first half, 22-12. Bounce pass to the corner, open 3. Taya Conley, no good, did not catch iron as it glances into the arms of Auten. Quickly, they'll work it ahead and pick it up between the circles. Auten with it now. Auten looks and looks. Auten will dish it to Mueller, now over to Auten. Auten back to Mueller. Mueller to Auten on the right wing. Auten to Mueller up top. Now inside the arc. Back out. Open look at a 3. Auten around the rim. No good. Rebound kept alive and then pulled down by Van Beek. 3:30 to go here in half number 1. Quickly into the front court. Open look at a 3. Takara Conley left it short. Rebound pulled down by Shaney. A long lead pass ahead. They'll work it to Krause. Never stop her on the floor but can't finish at the rack. Rebound pulled down by Taya Conley. 3:12 to go, first half. Bounce pass to the left wing. Picking it up to Cora. Rotate Van Beek and a bounce pass now to the right wing. Ebel with it. Ebel looking to drive. Offensive foul called with 3:03 to go, first half. The second on Ebel, the team's 8th. And Emmetsburg will get it back. Subs into the game for each team. It'll be Nelson on for South O'Brien. And Nelson will also check in for Emmetsburg. And Nelson's on their respective rosters. Stephan checks in as well. She triggers it in. So 3-minute mark here in the first half. 10-point Emmetsburg lead. Stephan. Bounce pass to Auten and now to Krause. Right foul line extended. She'll dish over to Stephan. Driving in. Puts up a wild shot in the lane. No good, but the rebound offensive for Krause. Krause will kick to the top. The key open. Look at a 3. No good from Mueller. Rebound battle for her. Loose on the floor. Bodies diving everywhere for it. And eventually jump ball is called. The arrow favors South O'Brien. 2:38 to go. First half. 22-12. Emmetsburg leading by 10. Front end of a non-conference doubleheader this Thursday evening. With the basketball, Nelson. They'll work it across timeline. Deflected ball out of bounds off the hand of an E-Hawk player, Mueller. Glanced off her head coach, and Feeney. 2:30 to go, first half. See if South O'Brien can make a run, whittle this one down before they head to the locker room. Big stretch in the ball game right here. Ebel bounce pass underneath, deflected ball and stolen away by Kraus. Had the deflection and the steal. Kraus will play it ahead, picking up the dribble. Now they'll rotate around the horn and get it up top for Steffen. Steffen, bounce pass, right elbow. They'll work it ahead and now back out for an open look at a three. Mueller did not catch iron, and the rebound pulled down by South O'Brien and Van Beek. Quickly into the front court. Under 2 minutes to go first half. A loose ball lost out of bounds off South O'Brien. And that allows a Wolverine sub into the ball game. That's a newcomer, Reagan Draper, 5'9", sophomore, averaging just over a point, 3.5 rebounds per game. A minute 52 to go first half, 22-12. With the basketball, Mueller. They'll work it around the horn, nearly lost it. It is deflected out of bounds by a black jersey, and it'll stay with Emmetsburg. Boys game will follow. We'll have that one for you. That should be a good one. Both teams 7-2 entering play tonight, and we'll get a South O'Brien foul on the inbounds. This will be a 1-1 for Emmetsburg. 9th team foul on South O'Brien, and a big one, the third personal on Marissa Ebel. Subs into the ball game. It'll be Otten back on the floor for Emmetsburg and Takara Connolly for South O'Brien. A 1-1 for Myra Steffen. And the front end is good. One more coming. Steffen 16 of 26 at the foul line this year, including that make. This to double up South O'Brien. It's on the way. It's off the front of the rim. No good. And the rebound pulled down by the Wolverines. They'll look to push. A minute 40 to go in the half. Into the front court with Nelson. Nelson will work it out for Takara Connolly. Bounce pass to the wing for Taya. Picks it up, looks for help, and her pass deflected and stolen by Callista Joyce. Joyce dribbled off somebody's foot out of bounds, and the official makes a judgment. He'll say it's South O'Brien ball. Dribbled off her own foot, he says, and that allows Van Beek to get back into the game for the Wolverines. A minute 24 to go until halftime, 23-12, Emmetsburg leading by 11. Full court press remains on, a 1-3-1 press for the E-Hawks. And a bounce pass as they work to get it across with Nelson. They'll play it ahead and get it into the front court with a bounce pass to Van Beek, and Van Beek works it to Taya in the corner. Taya defended by Steffen. They'll play it up top now for Takara. Takara, lob pass to the foul line, broken up with a foul called, and that will be the third against Emmetsburg. Still plenty of fouls to give this first half. And that's the second on Nora Nelson. Allows subs into the ball game. Anderson back on the floor. Newcomer into the ball game. That's Patience Witta, a 5'6" sophomore. Averages about a half a point per ball game. 64 seconds left until halftime. Rotate to the corner. Conley with the basketball. Plays it for sister. Now inside the arc to Van Beek. A lot of contact. She leaned toward the bucket. No foul called as the shot missed. But Nelson there for the offensive rebound. Tried to put it up, no good, but is fouled. And she will head to the line to shoot two. Second trip to the line for South O'Brien tonight. That'll be the fourth Emmetsburg foul. And Nelson's first foul shot, no good, off the heel of the rim. Nelson, 39% of the foul line entering play this evening. That last foul, by the way, was on Outen. That's number 1 on her. Second foul shot, good. 53 seconds left until half. It's 23-13. Cross the midcourt stripe. It'll be Otten. Otten picks it up. Otten will rotate to Steffen. Steffen to Otten between the circles. Now to Steffen, right wing. Steffen picks it up, kicks it out. Now they'll rotate to the foul line for Otten. Otten for Steffen. Back to Otten, top of the key. 8 to shoot. Steffen with it, right wing. Back to Otten. Otten left wing. Otten goes inside the arc. Turnaround jumper. Nelson, no good. Rebound pulled down by Van Beek for South O'Brien. 20 seconds left in the half. Shot clock turned off. 10-point lead for Emmetsburg. Van Beek with the basketball up top. Van Beek, cross-court feed. Nelson driving with 11 seconds left. Kicks it out, and her pass through the hands of Takara Connolly turned over. 9.8 seconds left until half, and Emmetsburg with the basketball. No shot clock and a 10-point lead. Into the front court with 6. With the basketball, a foul called. That'll put her to the line for 2 foul shots with 3.8 seconds left. Tough foul for South O'Brien. The second on Taya Conley. So double bonus time for the E-Hawks. Oughton at the line, shooting 2, 57% at the line this year, and makes the first one. Sub into the ball game. That's a newcomer for South O'Brien, Ashley Gimmer, 5'6" senior. One more foul shot. Emma Oughton dips her knees. Second is on the way. It's around the rim and in. So 3.8 left. Full court press on. They're just going to try and heave ho near midcourt. It's intercepted before the buzzer by Oughton, and that's the way the first half ends. So Emmetsburg, a little bit of separation in that second quarter. They will take a 12-point lead into the break at 25-13. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back and recap half number 1 in just a moment. This is high school basketball on Fuller Digital Solutions.
A clean vehicle is a happy vehicle. And at the Wash House in Paulina, it's easy with the automatic wash bay. Getting the sand, salt, and dirt off helps extend the life of your vehicle's body. And you'll have a quality experience when you use the Wash House. There's also plenty of room for bigger vehicles and trucks in their manual wash bays. And vacuums to clean up inside. Visit the Wash House in Paulina when you need to get your car washed. And go Wolverines!
General Contracting, providing blue-collar work for blue-collar people. Brian Williams founded the company after a lifetime of construction trade experience. His goal, to bring a better experience at a better price. No cutting corners on the job, yet still the lowest price. He is a hard-working blue-collar guy making an honest living by providing work for blue-collar people. Contact Williams General Contracting in Calumet today by calling Brian at 712-229-2064.
Welcome back to Emmetsburg. Tanner Hoops with you. Halftime of our non-conference girls contest. Emmetsburg leads South O'Brien 25-13. It was back and forth early on. Emmetsburg got the opening bucket 30 seconds into the game, but South O'Brien's Taya Conley knocked down back-to-back threes, and that gave the Wolverines their largest lead at 6-2. Emmetsburg came clawing back, though, and they would take a 1-point lead into the second quarter at 11-10, but they outscored South O'Brien 14-3 in that second frame, and that's where we stand at 25-13. Well, you look at the story in that first half, and for South O'Brien, it's been giving up offensive rebounds and turning the ball over. That full court press has led to a few extra Emmetsburg possessions, and they've cashed in on a couple of them, and that's all that they've needed to help separate. Still plenty of game left. Certainly it's time for South O'Brien to make up the deficit, eat into that gap, but got to find a way to manage that Emmetsburg press as we move forward. Boys game will follow. Both teams 7-2. Should be a really good one. We'll have it for you here on Fuller Digital Solutions, as we will with South O'Brien Athletics all season long. Hope to have you joining the team. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back and get you ready for half number 2 in a matter of minutes. It's Emmetsburg 25, South O'Brien 13. This is high school basketball on Fuller Digital Solutions.
contact, so.
You're going to love the view of a Screen Builder's designed outdoor leisure living space. Whether an all-season room, three-season room, deck, or patio, Screen Builders offers easy installation and a reliable warranty. From construction of new spaces to providing shade to existing spaces or adding Easy Breeze panels to your screen room, start your project at screenbuilders.com and enjoy the views you've been missing.
Call Screen Builders. You're gonna love the view.
A good bank can be much more than just the place you cash your checks. Savings Bank of Premgar has been serving farmers and small businesses for over 125 years, providing their customers with minimal fees, superior customer service, and the dependability that you just can't get from the big banks. Visit Savings Bank of Premgar today, where you're more than just a name, or visit them online to see what they can do for you.
Customers deserve great internet too. This is Doug from EverTech. You deserve EverTech's no limits internet and the personal service that comes with it. We've dedicated 32 years to bringing customers like you reliable, unlimited internet. It's internet you can count on. Call or email our Everly office to get started. You and your family need internet with unlimited use, no contracts, and no overages. You need EverTech. Visit evertech.net to learn more. EverTech, internet where you live.
I chose the NCC CNA course because I just really liked the instructors and the entire NCC community, how welcoming everybody is, and I was able to take it in high school and get it done before I started college.
The new facility here at NCC has been great. You've got every tool you can think of. You're never struggling to find something. Just the facility as a whole has been awesome. It makes the learning a lot more interesting and a lot more hands-on, and it's just been great.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. As members of your community, we get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we're the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In Primgar, your Farm Bureau agent is Danielle Rader.
#1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2018 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
Well, we welcome you back, getting set to start half number 2 here at Emmetsburg. Tanner Hoops with you in the play-by-play. Bryce Williams, our on-site producer and engineer. It's 25-13. Emmetsburg leads South O'Brien at the break, and we're getting set to start quarter number 3. Boys game will come up once we wrap up, and that will be a fun one. Hope to have you joining us here on Fuller Digital Solutions. On the floor out of the break for South O'Brien, it'll be Van Beek. Out there along with Ebel, Conley, and Conley. So the starting 5 take the floor for head coach Erica Zimmer. On the other side, it's Auten, Mueller, Steffen, Anderson, and Shaney. So the 5 starters on the floor for both head coaches to begin quarter number 3. Emmetsburg with the ball. They operate now left to right as you see it across your screen for this second half. Steffen with it for Mueller. Rotate Auten on the left wing. Auten picks it up and gets it back out to Mueller. Mueller rotates Steffen right wing, back out to Auten, make that Mueller, and out to Steffen. Steffen driving, picks it up, shovels underneath, but traveled with the basketball first. Turned over to South O'Brien, trailing by 12, and 22 seconds gone by in this third quarter. Conley with the basketball, works it across the midcourt stripe, deflected ball out of bounds off an E-Hawk, and it'll stay with South O'Brien. They'll look to trigger it in and do so near the midcourt stripe to Takora Conley. Cross-court feed goes to Taya. Taya, couple of dribbles, and now brings it toward the foul line and then double dribbles. Turn back over to Emmetsburg. So each team has turned it over the first 35 seconds of this second half. 25-13. The Eahawks on top. Looking for their third straight win. Trying to move to 7-5 on the year. Shaney will rotate around the horn. Steffen has it now, and Steffen to the foul line. One dribble for Auten, then dishes off with the basketball. Mueller rotate to the corner. Steffen Steffen driving, throws it toward the foul line. It's intercepted. 1-on-none to the basket. Taya Conley, head fake layup, missed it, but there in the follow. The putback no good for Takara Conley. And now Tatiana has that rebound and then traveled. 6:52 to go in the third quarter. Couple of looks for South O'Brien, couldn't get him to drop. This was a 1-point game after a quarter, 11-10. But since then, Emmetsburg outscoring South O'Brien 14-3. Whistle foul called against the Wolverines. That'll be the first foul of the half on either team, and it'll go against Takara Conley, number 2 on her. Emmetsburg will trigger it in underneath the South O'Brien bucket, and they'll do so to the corner with Mueller. Down low now from Anderson to Shaney, and it rims out. Rebound is pulled down by Takara Conley. Conley will work it across the midcourt stripe with 6:32 to play here in quarter number 3. With the basketball, left wing, Taya Conley drives in, then kicks it over to Van Beek. Van Beek for Ebel in the corner. Ebel looking to drive, bounce pass Van Beek is intercepted by Anderson. And here come the Ehawks, a 2-on-1 to the basket, layup with the left hand, no good, but a foul called. And that will put Emmetsburg Zaughton to the line to shoot 2. Second foul against South O'Brien comes with 6:15 to go, third quarter. And the foul goes against Tatiana Conley. That's number 3 on her. And Alton's first free throw on the way. It's good. Sub into the ball game will be Wilbur for the Wolverines. And she will spell Tatiana Conley. One more foul shot coming. And the second one from Alton is good. 27-13, 14-point Emmetsburg lead, largest as it's been for either team. With the basketball, Van Beek still in the backcourt, works it ahead and then gets poked away but lost out of bounds. Never quite had possession for Mueller, but does get a hand on it, tips it out. South O'Brien triggers in, still in the backcourt. And try to get it across to Cora Conley. She'll play it ahead. And with it is Ebel. Ebel driving to the rack, layup good and one. Marissa Ebel found something she liked. Drives to the hoop. Gets the hoop in the arm. First foul against Emmetsburg this half. It's on Anderson, number 1 on her. And Ebel, a 46% foul shooter, is at the line shooting 1. First, though, a South O'Brien sub. That'll be Nelson. She replaces Takara Conley. Couple of dribbles, now spins the ball, dribbles again, and dips her knees. And the end one try from Ebel, no good. Rebound will rim off into an Ehawks hand, and more specifically that of Shaney. Mueller works it ahead for Auten, and now back to Mueller. Mueller, lob pass to Shaney at the foul line. She'll kick it out for Auten. Now down low, turnaround jumper. Anderson, no good, but she's fouled. And Maddie Anderson will head to the line to shoot 2. 5:40 to go, third quarter. That's a third-team foul on Emmetsburg. This will go against, I should say, on South O'Brien, and it goes on Wilbur, her second. Anderson, 6 of 20 at the foul line this year, misses the first. One more coming for her. 5:40 to go, third quarter, 27-15, a 12-point lead for Emmetsburg. Second foul shot, no good. Rebound, offensive though, and it's Zaughton who has it. They'll play it to the top of the key. Mueller inside the arc to the foul line. Shady a jumper, and she knocks it down. 29-15, and then a whistle and a foul after the fact. A delay of game warning against Emmetsburg. They knocked the ball away after it came out the cylinder. So no foul, just a delay of game warning for tapping the ball away after it was coming back down. Just a warning, we play on. 5:31 to go, third quarter, 29-15, 14-point Ehawk lead. Van Beek with the basketball, bounce it ahead. Ebel will get across the midcourt stripe, and then she's trapped in a double team. Far side of the floor, and she's intercepted. Her bounce pass taken away by Mueller. Layup no good, but she's fouled. And Mueller will head to the line to shoot 2 with 5:16 to go in this third quarter. Mueller 12 of 20 at the foul line this season. As that foul's picked up by Taya Conley, her third, and the first foul shot good. One more coming. 4 team fouls on South O'Brien, 1 for the Ehawks. Second foul shot, good. And a sub into the ball game. Takara Conley on the floor replaces Taya. 31-15, Emmetsburg leading by 16, largest lead of the game for either team. Full court press remains on. Wilbur works it ahead, and they'll get her across with Takara Conley. Down low to Nelson. Rotate back to Takara. Takara lob pass deflected away. Regained by Verbeek. And I should say Wilbur, 54 instead of 24. And Wilbur lays it off the window and in. 31-17. Under 5 to go here in the third. Foul line for Shaney. Shaney looks and looks, deflected, ball loose on the floor, bodies dive for it, still loose on the floor, and it's freed up, and Van Beek comes away with it. Van Beek will find Takara. 4:38 to go in this third quarter. Takara cross midcourt. Takara left foul line extended, picks up the dribble, rotate up top. Takara now finds Wilbur. Wilbur looking to drive. Wilbur step back jumper along the baseline, no good. Rebound pulled down by Mueller. Here come the Ehawks quickly into the front court. Mueller, rotate on, lob pass down low. Shaney layup no good, but she's fouled, and Shaney is going to the line to shoot 2. 15 foul on South O'Brien. And that'll be the third personal on Wilbur. It comes with 4:16 to go in this third quarter. And Shaney dribbles and dribbles. The talented Ehawk freshman lets the first one go, and it's nothing but net. Joyce and Krause into the ball game for the Ehawks. And checking in for South O'Brien will be Draper. 32-17. Dribbling and dribbling. Second foul shot on the way. It's good. Full court press still on. Draper works it ahead for Conley, is in Takara. Takara gets all 3 points of the ball across. That was good court awareness. And now works it down low for a layup. Draper off the window and in. Great find from Takara Conley, and Draper finishes at the rack. 33-19, 3:53 to go, clock moving. Shaney rotate to the corner, driving, fouled on her way to the bucket, Callista Joyce. That was South O'Brien's last foul to give for the second half. There's still 3:40. I should say that's on Emmetsburg. No, they just put the wrong foul on the board. It is on South O'Brien. That was South O'Brien's last to give for the second half. We still have 3:49 to go in the third quarter. 33-19. Inbound goes to the corner. Rotate up top as the Ehawks work it around the horn. Joyce with it. Joyce. Cross-court feed. They'll go to the left elbow for Mueller. Brings it out and finds Auten in the left wing. Auten back to Mueller. Now to the foul line. Shaney kick it out. Open looking at 3. Auten too strong. Rebound offensive though. And a fresh shot clock. Ball poked away from Joyce. She's tied up by Draper. Draper's come in off the bench and add a little bit of a spark for South O'Brien, who will gain possession via the alternating arrow. Conley with the basketball. 3:23 to go, third quarter. Trying to break this press. Van Beek with it. Van Beek's pass deflected away and stolen. Coming the other end with it is Mueller. Mueller stops at the top of the key, picks it up and rotates to Auten. Auten back to Mueller. Mueller for Auten, left at the top of the key, back to Mueller between the circles, down the foul line, left elbow jumper. It's good for Shaney. 35-19 Emmetsburg as we hit the 3-minute mark in this third quarter. Quickly into the front court, deflected ball, lost out of bounds. It'll stay with South O'Brien. And they will sub into the ball game. It's Johnson who will check back in. And she'll replace Verbeek. Sub into the ball game for Emmetsburg. That'll be Nelson. 2:55 to go in this third quarter. 35-19, 16-point lead for Emmetsburg, matching their largest of the game. Conley with the basketball. Works it cross court to Ebel. Ebel will carry the basketball and turn it over. 2:48 to go in this third frame. South O'Brien teams on the road visiting West Sioux tomorrow night as they get back to War Eagle Conference play. They're at Hartley on Tuesday, taking on Hartley Melvin Sanborn before they get to go back home. Bullet pass goes down low. They'll work it back to the top of the key. Auten with it, driving in, lost the basketball, and it's picked up by Takara Conley. Works it ahead, a whistle foul called on Emmetsburg. 2:27 to go in the third quarter. Second team foul on the Ehawks. And subs into the game for each team. As that foul will go against Euler, number 1 on her. Taya Conley back in the game for South O'Brien. Steffen on the floor for Emmetsburg. Quickly into the front court. Nelson with it. Nelson rotate to Draper, right elbow. Draper drive to the rack, lays it off the window, no good. Nearly tracked down her own rebound, still keeps it alive, and what have we? A whistle called, a jump ball is called. The arrow this time favors Emmetsburg. Wilbur back in the game along with Tatiana Conley for South O'Brien. 2:11 to go, third quarter. 16-point Ehawk lead. They have the basketball. And the Ehawks will dribble it into the front court. With it is Mueller between the circles. Throws it to the foul line for Krause, who travels with the basketball. Turned right back over to the Wolverines. Inbound goes to Dakara Conley. Full court press, 1-3-1 still on for Emmetsburg. Under 2 to go, third quarter. Ehawks by 16. This pass thrown away and intercepted. Coming away with the steal, Nelson ahead to Mueller. Bounce pass is deflected but kept alive then by Joyce. Joyce for Nelson. They'll rotate around the horn and work it to the foul line now and look to bring it back out. With it now along the wing. And they'll work it around the horn. Looking for a soft spot in that South O'Brien defense as they play keep away from the black-clad Wolverine players, let's say. Open look at a 3 in the left wing. That's no good for Mueller. Rebound, offensive putback. Nelson, no good. And it's out of bounds. It'll stay with Emmetsburg. 1:20 to go here in this third quarter. Each team will sub in. It's Van Beek and Witta for their respective ball clubs. 1:20 left in this third quarter. 35-19. South O'Brien trailing by 16. Inbound goes to the corner. Rotate up top. Mueller trying to work it around the horn. Joyce, and now they go down low for Nelson, who's bumped and fouled with 1:13 to go. Bonus time for Emmetsburg, as the foul will be charged to Nelson, number 2 on her, team 7th. Meanwhile, Nora Nelson at the line, where she's 3 of 4 this season. And she makes the first. She'll have one more coming. 36-19, a 17-point lead for Emmetsburg. Second shot off the heel of the rim, no good. Long rebound tapped out and kept alive, but pulled down by Van Beek for the Wolverines. 36-19. Into the front court, a step back jumper on the way. Looked like it was a jumper, maybe just a lob pass. Either way, intercepted, coming the other way with a layup and scoring it will be Steffen, and that'll draw a South O'Brien timeout. We'll take it with them. 56 seconds left, third quarter, 38-19 Emmetsburg. This is high school basketball on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Big store selection with small town service. Yes, that's right. Whether you need bedroom furniture or are looking for decorations to make your home feel more like a home, check out Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. Snooks carries a large selection of chairs, recliners, sofas, dressers, and more, with the individual customer service to help you find what works best for you.
Please consider the original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids on your way anyway and online at snooks1.com.
38-19 our score, 56 seconds left in quarter number 3. Emmetsburg leading South O'Brien in this girls non-conference matchup. Boys game to follow, should be a dandy. Dakota Conley with the basketball, and Conley will play it back. Van Beek for Draper, and then Draper loses it out of bounds. Just stepped on the end line trying to corral a pass to her left. So Emmetsburg will get it back, 49 and 35, the respective clocks. And the Eahawks will milk as much time as they can. They have always been a patient team. They look for the best shot. This ball deflected but not stolen. Steffen gets it back after Dakara got a hand on it. They'll work it around the horn and leave it for Steffen now in the left wing. Steffen picks it up. She'll bounce it out to Outen and now to Steffen again. This pass deflected away, loose, and a jump ball called with 27 seconds to go. And the arrow fade. Oh, they're going to get a foul, I beg your pardon. It's even better for South O'Brien. They'll get a foul on Emmetsburg. It'll go against Nelson, her third, team's third. They've got the shot clock turned off. Would have been close. There's a deflected ball taken away, coming the other end, stripped on a basketball. Was an Ehawk and Outen on her way up with it. And here comes Conley on the other end. 12 seconds left in the quarter. No shot clock. The Ehawks can hold for one. Takara with the basketball between the circles. 3 seconds left. Lob pass down low. It's lost out of bounds to Emmetsburg with 2.6 left. Got to go the length of the floor. Inbound it to Nelson. Nelson will work it back. Steffen with the heave-ho. That comes up short, and that's the way the third quarter ends. It's Emmetsburg 38, South O'Brien 19. Fourth quarter is on deck. This is high school basketball on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Community agency knows the internet is evolving, taking new twists and turns. It's a journey to experience with the fastest internet speeds available. Contact TCA, connect to the speed you need, and enjoy the ride.
Competitive in that opening quarter.
When was the last time you reviewed your insurance policies? Hi, this is Kent Faust, and our goal at South O'Brien Insurance is to provide the broadest coverage at the most affordable cost. Insurance has changed dramatically over the years, and now, more than ever, a comparison may be to your advantage. Call South O'Brien Insurance today to see what we can do for you.
It is the fourth quarter here at Emmetsburg. 38-19 our score. Emmetsburg on top of South O'Brien. Emmetsburg 1-3 start to the season. Some losses against some really good girls teams in Western Christian, Cherokee, and Spencer. But since then, they've gone 5-2. They're 2-1 since Christmas break. Trying to win their third in a row. South O'Brien basketball, bounce pass too far, it sails out of bounds, and a quick turnover gives it back to Emmetsburg. The Eahawks 6-5 overall, 4-0 in the Twin Lakes. Only South Central Calhoun at 5-0 is better in conference play right now. And then Newell Fonda, always a power, they're also unbeaten at 3-0. Here's a lob pass, down low, layup good for Mueller. A lob to the foul line and then a quick bullet from Anderson to Mueller. And it's 40-19. Full court press still on, loose ball but out of bounds. And it'll stay with South O'Brien. The Wolverines 0-10, 0-7 in the War Eagle. A 3-win season a year ago. They've lost 20 consecutive games dating back to last year, and they're trying to snap that streak tonight, but have an uphill climb as that's deflected out of bounds. And that time it was off Mueller. 7:21 to go, regulation time. Emmetsburg leading by 21, largest lead of the game for either team. With the basketball, picking it up, Conley looks and looks. Conley with a bounce pass over to the wing for Ebel. Ebel looking to drive in, trying to back down Otten, I should say. Picked up by Taya Conley, now back to Ebel on the far side. Ebel picks it up, her pass deflected away and stolen. And here comes Emmetsburg. 1 minute going by in this fourth quarter. Long pass to the corner for Joyce, and now back to the top of the key. Bullet pass down low, good cut to the bucket, layup around the rim, no good though. The rebound put back, no good. Mueller couldn't get the initial chance, but gets a second offensive rebound, and then feeds the foul line. A jump shot there, no good from Nelson. Loose ball and a jump ball called with 6:36 to go. 40-19 is our score. Alternating arrow favors Emmetsburg, and they will trigger in. Looking, inbound goes to the corner for Otten. Otten will play it up top, deflected ball, and Boy, that nearly took the head off of a couple of personnel on the sideline. One of our officials. Now, two of them are going to get together, and the third, lingering around, may become part of this conversation with 6:32 to go. And they're going to say Emmetsburg basketball. They'll trigger in with 6:32 to go. It'll be Auten to do the honors. Auten looks and looks, deflected ball, but then tracked down by Mueller. Mueller rotate to the corner. Mueller for Auten between the circles. Auten to Mueller. Mueller on the right wing. Auten gets it back. Auten looks and looks. Now back to Mueller. Drives in. Kicks to the corner. Steffen back to Mueller. Mueller lost the handle on the basketball. Stolen by Nelson. And then Nelson bumped from behind and fouled. That's not the worst foul in the world if you're Emmetsburg. Rather than risk a fast break, you've got plenty of fouls to give. That was the first personal. That was called against Kylie Huffman, who I failed to mention checked into the game for the first time. Hoffman, 5'8" freshman. The recipient of that personal, team's fourth. 6:05 to go, regulation time, whistle, and a travel called against South O'Brien. 40-19, Emmetsburg leading. Across the midcourt stripe. Auten and Mueller will play catch. Mueller between the circles. She'll rotate to the left wing. Steffen. It'll be Hoffman now, and they'll play catch around the perimeter. Very patient Emmetsburg offense. They won't force anything. Auten will launch a three. That's no good, but the rebound offensive, the putback no good for Witta, but another offensive rebound for Emmetsburg. That has been the story of this game. Here's a three launched by Hoffman, no good. Rebound for South O'Brien and Conley. 5:26 to go in this one. Takora Conley across the midcourt stripe. She'll leave it for Van Beek, and Van Beek will bounce it to the wing for Ebel. Ebel with a lob pass down low behind the defense. Conley lays it off the window and in. Tatiana Conley gets it to go, and it's 40-21 with 5:07 left. Into the front court. Top of the key. They'll dish it off. Hoffman with it. Hoffman. Rotate between the circles. Mueller. Mueller to the right wing and now goes to the corner. Lob pass from Witta, deflected and stolen away by Tatiana. And here come the Wolverines as they look to push it. Ebel dishes off for Nelson. Nelson for Taya Conley. And Conley rotate to the corner for Ebel. Ebel looking to drive. Ebel right to the rack. Layup high off the window and in. 40-23. It's a 17-point game with 4.5 minutes left in regulation. Quickly into the front court. With the basketball, this pass deflected away and stolen. Van Beek with the steal as Mueller just kind of had it poked away from her. South O'Brien works it across. Conley with it as Taya. Works it to the corner for Draper. Draper bumped and make that Van Beek bumped and fouled. And that'll be the fifth against Emmetsburg. The second personal on Mueller. And we'll get subs into the ball game. Anderson, Kraus, Steffen back into the ball game. On the floor for South O'Brien, it'll be Wilbur, along with Ebel, Takara, and Tatiana Conley. And our fifth Wolverine will track down here in a moment as that ball gets poked away loose. And here comes Emmetsburg with the steal on the other end. Looking to drive, Steffen now bounces out to the left wing. Open look at a 3-2 strong. Rebound tapped out of bounds, and it'll stay with Emmetsburg. So it's Wilbur out there along with Ebel, Conley, and Nelson is our fifth Wolverine player. As Kraus will check back into the ball game after a quick breather, replaces Hoffman, and a South O'Brien sub will come in. That's Draper, and she'll replace Tatiana Conley. 3:51 to go, regulation time. Emmetsburg leading 40-23. Inbound goes to the corner. With the basketball up top, Mueller. Mueller rotate to the right wing, now looking to drive in is Steffen. Back up top, driving in Mueller, top that can make that Steffen. Scoop shot layup, no good, trying to draw a foul, and then a rebounding foul against Emmetsburg as Ebel came down with it. That was Emmetsburg's last to give. It'll go on Myra Steffen, number one on her. 3:37 to go, clock moving. Make that 40-23. 17-point lead for the Ehawks. Conley, cross-court pass, dangerous, nearly picked off. Ebel has it. Ebel driving, picks it up. Ebel looks for help. She'll throw it over to Takara Conley. Conley between the circles. Conley lob pass deflected and stolen. With the steal, Joyce one-on-one to the basket. Bounce pass to a trailer. Layup no good, but a foul called. And 2 foul shots coming for Kraus. Kraus had the deflection that broke it up, and then Joyce, great awareness, one-on-one to the bucket. Knew she had Kraus behind her and made that no-look pass, trusting 44 and White would be there. First foul shot from Kraus on the way. It's good. Foul, by the way, goes against Nelson, number 3 on her, team's 8th. Check that, team's 9th. Kraus 7 of 9 at the foul line this year, including that last make. And her second foul shot rims out, no good. 3:10 to go. Wolverine basketball after Ebel collects the rebound, picks it up, looks for Conley and has it. Conley rotate out to the wing, looking to drive in, picking up the dribble now. As this ball loose on the floor is corralled by Takara Conley. 41-23, 18-point lead, whistle, and a foul called against Emmetsburg, and this will put South O'Brien to the line for a 1-and-1. Fouls on Kraus, her first. 2:52 left to go, regulation time. And at the line, Takara Conley. She is 1 of 6 at the foul line this season. Front end of the 1-and-1, no good. Rebound is tapped out of bounds off of South O'Brien and will belong to Emmetsburg. 2:52 left to go. Cross the midcourt stripe and tapped out of bounds away from Joyce. It'll stay with Emmetsburg. And Joyce looking, she will trigger it in. Steffen back to Joyce. Joyce picks it up right wing, now to Steffen, and now they'll rotate around the horn. Kraus back to Steffen up top. Steffen finds Joyce. Joyce with a bounce pass. Anderson, turnaround jumper, no good, and she's fouled. And Maddie Anderson is heading to the line to shoot 2. 2:33 left to go in regulation. And our unofficial book was correct before when I said 8th team foul on South O'Brien. That is their 9th. That most recent foul, the 9th. So the next foul is double bonus time. Witta back in the ball game along with Nelson for Emmetsburg. One more foul shot for Anderson is coming. Taya Conley back in the game, replaces Takara. 41-23, Emmetsburg by 18. They have not trailed since the opening quarter. And this is on the way. It's off the front of the rim. No good. Missed them both. Rebound pulled down by Draper for South O'Brien. Ebel has it now, and Ebel will push it ahead. Long lead pass intercepted. Coming the other way with it will be Kraus. Bounce pass underneath Witta. Back to Kraus. Layup off the window and in. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap. Emmetsburg, that was nicely done. Kraus playing free safety and then gets rewarded with a bucket on the other end. 20-point lead, 2 minutes to go. Wilbur, cross court, Taya Conley steps back for a right wing 3, no good. Rebound, offensive, and it's Wilbur with it, looking to go back up. Wilbur looking for space and gets called. Let's see, 3 in the key, no, foul first. A foul first, that'll put Sam Wilbur at the line for a 1-and-1. Each team will sub in Van Beek and Hoffman for their respective clubs. Fouls on Witta, that's number 1 on her, team's 8th. And Sam Wilbur at the line where she's 3 of 11 this season. Front end of the 1-and-1 is on the way, it's no good. Rebound Emmetsburg, and more specifically, Emma Cruz. A minute 47 to go in this one. And Emmetsburg leading 43-23. Looking to drive in. The Ehawks now working around the horn and lob down low to Cruz. Cruz up top. Joyce will try a 3 and nothing but the bottom of the barrel for Callista Joyce. 46-23. Emmetsburg has doubled up South O'Brien with 90 seconds to go. Bounce pass to the wing. Now a lob pass down low looking for Nelson is intercepted. And here come the E-Hawks after that with a steal. Nelson across the midcourt stripe, 1:13 to go. Nelson picks it up and rotate out. Getting it to the foul line, deflected ball loose and then played out toward the near side wing for Hoffman. Final minute in this one, Hoffman with it. Hoffman looks and looks, bounce pass underneath for Krause and then back out to Hoffman. Emmetsburg in no hurry, just working it around the horn. 6 to shoot, deflected ball stolen away by Nelson for South O'Brien, and then we get a whistle, and it looks like just a timeout to get subs in. Tatiana Conley is back in the ball game. We'll get a South O'Brien sub that I don't think we've seen before. We have actually seen Ashley Gimmer, but very briefly in the final minutes of the first half. So 43 seconds left in this one. Conley is in Taya with the basketball. Taya steps back for a corner three. It's no good, but the rebound is offensive. Turnaround jumper, no good. Shot waved off anyway. And a timeout's been called by South O'Brien. I think they had some kind of equipment issue. Not going to take the timeout. I think it was just trying to get Gimmer into the ball game. Something was up with her. Something or other. She was talking with head coach Erica Zimmer. They got it figured out. And we're back to basketball. So 36 seconds left. And this pass down low. Turnaround jumper. Tatiana Conley rims out. Got her own miss. Put back. No good. And it's pulled down by an E-Hawk. And then she's tied up. It was Joyce who had the rebound. But then got tied up by Van Beek. And the arrow favors South O'Brien. 26 seconds left. Shot clock is turned off. And the quick hit looking for Conley is in Tatiana underneath. It got deflected out of bounds. We'll do it again. Once we go final, stick with us for the post game. We'll preview the boys contest. That should be a dandy. This is lost out of bounds, and it goes back to Emmetsburg. And we'll see how Ann Feeney and her squad wants to play this. A 23-point lead, 20 seconds left, no shot clock. Emmetsburg is on their way to a third straight victory. Here's a three let go. That's no good from Whitten. The rebound pulled down by South O'Brien and Conley as they work it across. 8 seconds left and a loose ball deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wolverines. 7.8 seconds left in this one. They'll inbound it. She'll dribble back near midcourt. Conley is in Taya with it. 2 seconds left. They'll go to the right wing. And Takora gets up a shot before the buzzer doesn't go. And that's the way this one ends. Emmetsburg wins their third in a row as they defeat South O'Brien 46-23. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back and wrap this one up. This is high school basketball on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Broadway Marketplace, Polina. New styles, new decor, new vibe. You can find it all at Broadway Marketplace, Polina. Here's a look at what we have on display now. We have a full-service floral shop for any occasion, great selection of gifts, and we offer private classes. We do wedding installs too, and more. Find us on Facebook. Visit our store downtown Polina Wednesday through Saturday, and let us know how we can help you. You'll always find something you love at Broadway Marketplace.
State.
Did you know Iowa is the 12th largest milk-producing state in the United States? In Iowa, the average dairy cow produced 7 gallons of milk per day, and in May, Iowa dairy farms produced approximately 451 million pounds of milk. Rhoda Dairy is a proud dairy farm right here in O'Brien County and provides local jobs. When you sit down for your next meal, enjoy a nice cold glass of milk to go with it. Rhoda Dairy would like to wish the South O'Brien Wolverines the best of luck all season long.
And we welcome you back to Emmetsburg High School. The final score in our non-conference girls contest, Emmetsburg 46, South O'Brien 23. Well, it was a one-point game after a quarter. South O'Brien's largest lead came at 6-2. Emmetsburg led 11-10 after one, but their full-court press really started giving South O'Brien troubles from there. And the offensive rebounding, something South O'Brien generally is going to have an advantage over. They didn't tonight. Those two things proved to be the difference as Emmetsburg wins their third in a row. It was 25-13 at halftime, 38-19 after three, and then 23 points is the final deficit. With the win, Emmetsburg is 7-5 as South O'Brien drops to 0-11. They will have a chance to snap what is a 21-game losing streak that dates back to last season tomorrow night as they visit West Sioux. For Emmetsburg, they get a chance to, for the time being, tie South Central Calhoun and tied the Twin Lakes standings tomorrow night when they visit Manson Northwest Webster. Well, the boys' teams are on the floor. They are getting warmed up for what should be an excellent contest. Both teams are 7-2, and we will have that one for you here on Fuller Digital Solutions. We'll pause and get you set for that here in about 10 minutes or so when we begin our pregame coverage. We'll keep the camera on. Don't go anywhere. South O'Brien, Emmetsburg boys action coming up next on Fuller Digital Solutions.
As a parent, you have a choice in your child's education. Zion St. John Lutheran School believes all children deserve a quality, well-rounded education with a curriculum written with a biblical worldview. With a student-teacher ratio of 8-1, you can be sure your child's specific learning styles are met. Zion St. John offers affordable pricing with tuition assistance and is open to all denominations. For more information of the benefits Zion St. John Lutheran School can offer your child, visit their website or give them a call today.
A clean vehicle is a happy vehicle, and at the Wash House in Paulina, it's easy with the automatic wash bay. Getting the sand, salt, and dirt off helps extend the life of your vehicle's body, and you'll have a quality experience when you use the Wash House. There's also plenty of room for bigger vehicles and trucks in their manual wash bays, and vacuums to clean up inside. Visit the Wash House in Paulina when you need to get your car washed, and go Wolverines!
General Contracting, providing blue-collar work for blue-collar people. Brian Williams founded the company after a lifetime of construction trade experience. His goal, to bring a better experience at a better price. No cutting corners on the job, yet still the lowest price. He is a hard-working blue-collar guy making an honest living by providing work for blue-collar people. Contact Williams General Contracting in Calumet today by calling Brian at 712-229-2064.
We welcome you back to Emmetsburg for the second half of our non-conference doubleheader, the boys contest. Tanner Hoops with you in the play-by-play. Bryce Williams, our on-site producer and engineer. We are set to get it going. Non-conference boys action between South O'Brien and Emmetsburg. Both teams 7-2. South O'Brien 5-2 in War Eagle Conference play, while Emmetsburg is 3-1 in the Twin Lakes. South O'Brien's won the last three matchups, including a 53-24 victory a season ago. Emmetsburg's last win over South O'Brien, you got to go back to February 16th of 2012. South O'Brien winners of 6 in a row after starting the season 1-2. Their losses came to two very good teams, West Sioux by 6 in their season opener, and then Remsen St. Mary's by 26 a week after that. They had a 1-point victory over Sheldon sandwiched in between them. Then they have not allowed 45 points in any game since. They've got victories over Westwood, Akron, Westfield, MMCRU, Trinity Christian, and 2 victories over Harris Lake Park. They defeated Harris Lake Park on Tuesday. That was their most recent contest. 54-37 was the final. On Emmetsburg's side, they dropped their first 2 games of the year, 64-46 against GTRA on December 2nd, and then 56-51 against Spencer on December 5th. They kind of turned their season around in their next game, though. They hosted Storm Lake. They won 75-74, and that sparked this winning streak. They've opened 2023 with blowout wins over Okoboji, and with a blowout win over Okoboji, a pair of 2-point wins over East Sac County and Cherokee. They defeated West Bend Mallard 47-43 on Monday in their most recent contest. It's an Emmetsburg team that has a penchant for playing it close. 6 of their 9 games this year have been decided by 5 points or less, but Emmetsburg is 5-1 in those games. South O'Brien teams at West Sioux tomorrow as they get back to conference play. Tuesday at Hartley Melvin Sanborn. Emmetsburg is at Manson Northwest Webster tomorrow night, and then Tuesday they will be right back here. Taking a look at who else is playing in conference tonight, whether it's the Twin Lakes or the War Eagle. On the boys' side of things, only one true Twin Lakes game. Pocahontas area is at Sioux Central. On the War Eagle side of things, you got a couple of true conference games. Galen boys are taking on Unity Christian in Orange City. Remsen St. Mary's is at West Sioux. Elsewhere, Altarilli is at Storm Lake. MMCRU is home with George Little Rock. East Sac County welcomes Cherokee. West Bend Mallard is home against HMS. You've got Manson Northwest Webster welcoming Fort Dodge St. Ed. Bishop Garrigan of Algona is at home with Newell Fonda, and Akron Westfield across the border to South Dakota taking on Alchester Hudson. With that, let's meet tonight's starters, and we'll begin with the home team on the scoreboard, the Emmetsburg Ehawks. Carson Bach is a 5'9 sophomore. He averages 6.2 points and 4 assists per game. He's joined in the starting lineup by Gavin Swanson, a 5'10 senior, 9.9 points, and a team best, a 4 assists per game average, even 4 assists per game. Also in the starting lineup for Emmetsburg is Brian Mena. He's one of their captains, a 5'11 sophomore at 12.4 points, 7.2 rebounds per game. Both of those are team highs. The other captain, Sean Europa, 5'5 senior, 8.7 points and 2.5 rebounds and assists per game. Rounding out the Emmetsburg starting lineup, Carter Hudson, a 6'5 sophomore, 4.5 points and 4 rebounds a game. Head coach is Bill Geelan, assisted by Mike Dunlap and Phil Geelan. Those are the Emmetsburg Ehawks in their home whites with black and gold trim. Now for the South O'Brien Wolverines. Hudson Ullman is a 6'1 senior, 10 points and a team best 2.5 assists per game. Boston Reedman, 5'10 senior, team's leading scorer at 12.9 points per. Also in the starting lineup is Sawyer Honkamp, 6'1 senior. He's averaging 4 points, 2 assists per game. Ben Woodall, 5'11 junior, 5 points and 2 rebounds per. And rounding out the starting lineup is Dane Merman, a 6'2 senior, 3.5 points, 4.5 rebounds a game. Ball is in the air. South O'Brien, dressed in their black uniforms with white numerals and a little bit of silver trim, wins the tap. They operate left to right across your screen. They've got the basketball and a quick near strip as Woodall is able to receive the pass from Honkamp. As South O'Brien works it around, their head coach, Kylie Yates, been there for a long time, assisted by Kevin Peckus. South O'Brien very patient as they turn, get up a shot. The game's first shot in the lane, it's no good. And the Hawks have the rebound. They'll look to push it. Mina will push it ahead, and then a loss of footing from Europa, but that's because he was fouled, and he will, draw the game's first foul. That is going to be on the floor. And it comes 33 seconds into the game. The foul goes against Ullman. First foul on either team. Junior varsity game won earlier tonight by South O'Brien. 54-35 was the score. Mena with the basketball. Mena will rotate around the horn, and now Europa gets it between the circles. Europa rotate over to Swanson, and now back to the top of the key, looking to drive in his Bach. Bach will dish off to Europa. Europa between the circles, shovels it over to Mina. Mina tries to go down low to Bach, a cross-court feed to Swanson. Swanson up top, Europa with 10 to shoot. Mina with it. Mina will shovel it down low to Bach. Bach kick to Swanson to the corner. 3 to shoot. Swanson driving baseline. He shovels it. They don't know the shot clock, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Europa tried to get one off at the buzzer out of desperation. Pretty good looking shot, but wouldn't have counted. A shot clock violation. Turns it back over to South O'Brien. First year with Iowa high school basketball implementing a shot clock. You'll still get a few players that realize you got to look up every once in a while. There's a layup high off glass, no good. And a fight for the rebound, and the Hawks have it. No score, 90 seconds into this game. Europa with the basketball. Europa for Mena. Mena back to Europa between the circles. They'll rotate to Swanson. Now inside the arc for Bach. Bach rotates to Mena. Head fake. Steps into a long two. It's no good. Long rebound is offensive for Bach. Bach rotate now down low. They try to work it out to Swanson for a three. That's no good. Too strong. Rebound battle for, and South O'Brien has it. Work down low to Hudson. Had the shot they wanted, but couldn't knock it down. 2 minutes gone by. Still scoreless. Wolverines on the offensive end, and a quick steal for Emmetsburg. Coming the other way with it is Swanson. Finds Bach. Bach, right wing, finds Mena up top. Mena rotate Europa, and now to the corner. Back to Europa. Europa dribbles between the circles, finds Mena. Mena back to Europa. Europa rotate to the left wing. Swanson. Swanson inside the arc. Bach finds Mena, cutting the hoop, and lays it off the window and in. It took 2 minutes and 24 seconds, but we have our first points in tonight's contest. It's 2-0, Emmetsburg. Riedemann will dish to the corner, and with it is Honkamp. Honkamp rotate up top for Ullman. Ullman rotate Woodall in the left wing, and Woodall works it around the horn for Merman. Merman defended by Mena, looking to go to the top of the key, and does, and now finds Riedemann. Riedemann looks and looks. He'll rotate to the corner. Ullman with it. Ullman with 5 to shoot. 3 to shoot now as they drive in. Riedemann trying to let a three go. It's blocked, and Emmetsburg is the rebound. Bach with the block and the board. See a lot of long possessions early on. Swanson with it on the other end. Swanson picks it up. He finds Bach inside the lane. Bach pull-up jumper is good, and it's 4-0 Emmetsburg. 4:38 to go, quarter number one. Quickly on the other end, here comes South O'Brien underneath, deflected ball out of bounds. And it'll go to Emmetsburg. Subs into the game for South O'Brien. Our first subs of the game for either team, Willie Connolly, a 6'1 junior. He's averaging 10.3 points a game off the bench. And he's joined in the lineup by David Bochin, a 5'11 junior. He averages 9 points per. Into the ball game for Emmetsburg, Nolan Gustafson, 6'5 junior, 4.5 points a game for him. Inbound goes to Ullman. His jump shot blocked and pulled down by Emmetsburg. A rebound corralled by Gustafson, who just checked into the game. They'll work it ahead, driving, dishing underneath, a loose ball stolen by South O'Brien. 1-on-1 to the basket, layup, Riedemann left it short. Tip it dry, no good for Bodgen. Rebound Swanson, they play it ahead, left-hand scoop shot, layup around the rim and in for Kyle Fank, a 6'1 sophomore. Timeout, Kylie Yates. We'll take it with them. 4:10 to go in quarter number one. Emmetsburg 6, South O'Brien nothing. This is high school basketball on Fuller Digital Solutions.
You're going to love the view of a Screen Builder's designed outdoor leisure living space. Whether an all-season room, three-season room, deck, or patio, Screen Builders offers easy installation and a reliable warranty. From construction of new spaces to providing shade to existing spaces or adding easy breeze panels to your screen room, start your project at screenbuilders.com and enjoy the views you've been missing.
Call Screen.
6-0 Emmetsburg on top. 4:10 left to go in quarter number one here. Both of these teams have been playing really good basketball and meet on a collision course. Emmetsburg has won 7 in a row. South O'Brien's won their last 6. One of those streaks ends tonight. Ullman cross-court feed, open look at a 3, no good. Rims off in the left wing, but the rebound offensive. Riedemann scoop shot, layup, no good. Another offensive rebound. Ullman put back good. South O'Brien's first points come with 3:52 to go in this opening quarter. It's 6-2 Emmetsburg. Into the front court quickly. Swanson, rotate Europa. Now back to Swanson. Inside the arc, Gustafson. Bounce pass underneath now. Rotate out. Fank for 3. It's no good. Rebound offensive though for Bach. Back out to Fank. Now to Bach down low. Bach looking for a little backdoor cutter. It was there, but Swanson couldn't corral it. Riedemann the steal. Riedemann drives. Shovel underneath. And couldn't get the shot to go. And then, let's see, a foul on the shot. As South O'Brien was looking for a putback. This is going to go to Emmetsburg. And subs will come in. It'll be Woodall back on the floor along with Honkamp for the Wolverines. So 3:17 to go in the opening quarter, 6-2. Emmetsburg with the lead in the ball. Fank with it, goes up top Swanson. Now they rotate out, and Mena has it again. Mena goes inside the arc, backdoor feed, and stripped to the basketball, lost out of bounds. Honkamp deflected it. It'll stay with Emmetsburg. Shot clock is at 20. 3:01 left to go here in this opening quarter. Looking, Swanson to trigger it in. Does so to the corner, rotate Mena up top. Mena with a bounce pass to the right wing. Looking to drive in, Swanson picks it up, finds Mena. Mena, one dribble, then dishes off to Fank. Fank back out to Mena. Mena rotates Swanson. Emmetsburg going around the horn, now inside the arc to Gustafson. Put up a jumper with 5 to shoot, couldn't get it to drop. 6-2, Emmetsburg by 4. 2:38 to go in this opening quarter. With the basketball, Honkamp, he'll rotate Woodall on the left side. Woodall for Conley up top, driving in. Conley spins in the paint, turnaround jumper around the rim, no good. Rebound for Mena. 2:23 to go, clock moving, opening quarter. Swanson for Mena. Mena back to Swanson. Swanson defended by Riedemann, finds Mena. Now they rotate around the horn and work it to Swanson. Swanson out to Fank, driving in. Fank picks it up and finds Mena. Mena rotate to the wing. Swanson shovel underneath. Jumper, Bach, no good. Rebound pulled down by South O'Brien and Conley. 2 minutes left in this opening quarter. A defensive-minded opening first quarter. Conley will launch a 3. No good. Rims off. Rebound pulled down by Gustafson. Here come the Hawks in the front court with Bach. Bach finds Mena. Mena between the circles. Mena looking to drive, defended by Riedemann. Poked away, but got it right back, and then dishes off to Fank on the right wing. Fank back to Mena. Mena with 18 to shoot. Now out to Fank. Open look at a 3. Left it short. Rebound battle for, pulled down by South O'Brien, and more specifically Bodgen. Final 90 seconds of this opening quarter. 6-2 Emmetsburg. Left wing 3 let go for Bodgen around the rim, and that drops in. Beg your pardon, that's Woodall rather than Bodgen. 31 instead of 33. Both good shooters from downtown. 6-5, a 1-point Emmetsburg lead. Final minute of this opening quarter. Here's a quick steal. Riedemann layup is no good. Well defended by Mena. South O'Brien wanted a foul. Quickly into the front court. The Eahawks drive at the other end. A deflected ball. That's picked up, and then a foul called as Gustafson had tracked down that loose ball. Riedemann with quick hands, ever dangerous. He averages 2.5 steals per game. Subs into the ball game. Europa is back on the floor for Emmetsburg. Ullman is in for South O'Brien along with Mermond. 6-5 Eahawks, 53 seconds left in this opening quarter. Inbound to the corner for Mena trying to drive. Mena picks it up just inside the arc and then dishes out. Bach with it. Bach back to Mena. Mena rotate to the left wing for Fank, and then Fank works it to Europa. Now around the horn, back to Mena. Mena goes down low. Turnaround, fall away jumper. Gustafson, no good. Rebound out of bounds. It'll stay with Emmetsburg. Head coach Kylie Yates asking the official on the near side of the floor if he saw anything different. He says no, and this will stay with the E-Hawks. So 32 seconds left. Shot clock turned off. Fank to a wide open E-Hawk down low. He misses the layup a little late getting it to Gustafson. He had to hurry it, and he didn't catch the iron. South O'Brien has not led yet tonight. They have a chance to take their first lead before the quarter break. Conley, a reverse layup, difficult shot, no good. Rebound E-Hawks. Into the front court with 10 seconds left. Bach with the basketball. Bach will rotate Europa with 5 seconds left. Bach back to Europa. Europa top of the key. Europa driving, kicks to the wing. They don't get a shot off. And that's the way the quarter ends. We're through one. It's Emmetsburg 6. South O'Brien 5. Second quarter in a moment. This is high school basketball from Fuller Digital Solutions.
Since 1894, Primgar Savings Bank has been going the extra mile to serve its customers. In 125 years, a lot has changed, but what hasn't is Primgar Savings Bank's minimal fees, dependability, and their hometown service that sets them apart. Primgar Savings Bank takes pride in understanding your needs and your goals and working with you to find the best options available. Visit them online at www.savingsbankia.com.
The pandemic has proven the need for great internet, and EverTech connects more rural customers in Northwest Iowa than anyone. EverTech wants to connect you too. Your internet keeps you connected to what matters to you: family, entertainment, work, school, and more. EverTech's no limits internet is just what you need. It's reliable, has unlimited use, no contracts, and no overage charges. Use your internet and always know what you'll pay. Call or visit evertech.net to learn more. EverTech, internet where you live.
Start of quarter number 2 here in Emmetsburg. A battle of 7 and 2 squads get together. Already at the midway point in the high school boys basketball season tonight. Hard to believe. A defensive-minded opening quarter that saw Emmetsburg score 6 of the 11 points. South O'Brien yet to take their first lead, can do so this possession. Ullman with the basketball, driving down low. He'll kick it out. Open look at a 3 for the lead, and it's good. From the far corner, Ben Woodall, his second triple of the contest. South O'Brien scored 8 unanswered points after falling behind 6-0 early, and a whistle and a foul called against Emmetsburg on the offensive end. That'll be the first against the E-Hawks, and it'll go against Hudson. 8-6, South O'Brien. 25 seconds into the second quarter. Wolverines with the basketball. Botjan into the front court. Don't work it over to the far side of the floor. Ullman with it. Ullman rotate. Woodall, he's feeling it. Tries it again. That one doesn't go, but the tip-in try no good. Has a good look, but just wouldn't drop for Merman. Mena with the basketball. Mena rotate out Europa between the circles. Europa to the left wing for Fank, and now back to Europa. Now down low. Hudson. His pass tipped away. It's out of bounds, and it's off of an Emmetsburg player. Went off the body, out of bounds. And it'll be South O'Brien basketball. Subs into the ball game for the E-Hawks. Jake Feeney, 6-foot sophomore, 1.5 per game, is on the floor for the first time. Out there along with Mena and Hudson. A couple of other E-Hawks. Looking to drive on the other end. Reedeman dish to the corner. Now looking to drive is Ullman. Ullman low block. Tried to shovel underneath. They'll rotate it back out. Open 3 Merman. Did not catch iron. And the rebound pulled down and then pushed ahead. Mena drive the other end. Layup no good. Rebound loose on the floor. Bodies falling for it. Trying to tie it up. And they do. And the arrow favors Emmetsburg. They're letting them play tonight. 6:31 to go in this first half. Players and coaches will tell you they like it. Whether you're letting it go, you're calling it tight, as long as you do it for both sides. That's what they look for more than anything. There's a foul against Emmetsburg, and I think it'll be Feeney they get it on, as Merman was hacked on his way up. He'll be at the line. I should say, let's reverse that. Merman hacked Feeney on the way up. And Feeney is at the line shooting 2. Merman picks up his first foul, team's third, and Feeney's first foul shot is no good. Subs into the ball game for South O'Brien. Connolly is back on the floor, and he's joined by Honkamp and Derek Paulson, 5'11 sophomore, in the ball game for the first time. Feeney, including that miss, 2 of 7 at the line this season. And his second shot on the way, it's good. 8-7, South O'Brien's lead is 1. That snaps an 8-0 Wolverine run. 6:17 to go in the half. Conley driving the other end. Leopold go, but Honkamp there for the putback. Doesn't get that to go. And then a rebounding foul going against South O'Brien in the aftermath. That'll be the 4th team foul against the Wolverines, and the first on Honkamp. And Emmetsburg is going to come out defending against a full court press. Just man-to-man token pressure. But nonetheless, a little bit of pressure on there from Emmetsburg, from South O'Brien on Emmetsburg. On the other end of the floor, deflected ball looking for Feeney, poked away and stolen. Drive at the other end, Riedemann lost his footing. Foul called on the shot. On the floor before the shot. Why they whistle that, and that'll go against Feeney. Number 1 on him, team second. Looking, inbound underneath to Conley, and then he's bumped and fouled. So 2 quick fouls against Emmetsburg. They've now got 3. 5:54 left to go until half. Bach back in the game for Emmetsburg, as that foul gets credited against Mena. That's his first. Inbounds pass underneath. Kick shoot, no good. Offensive rebound. Conley put back, no good. Rebound for Hudson. And here comes Emmetsburg across the midcourt stripe. Bach dishes underneath, deflected ball loose, and it's picked up by Ullman. 8-7, South O'Brien with 5:36 to go in the first half. And bringing this one back out, looking to set up an offensive possession is Honkamp. Honkamp bounce pass to the foul line. Now looking to back down. Ullman, he'll kick it out open, looking at 3, too strong from Riedemann. And the rebound pulled down by Hudson. Here comes Emmetsburg across the midcourt stripe. They'll do so with Swanson, and then he's fouled by Riedemann. Riedemann reaches across. That'll be South O'Brien's 5th. Comes with 5:16 to go until half. Number 1 against Boston, Riedemann. Inbound goes to Europa. Europa rotate to the left wing and work it around the horn now down low to Mena. Mena for Swanson, left wing. Swanson dribbles between the circles now. He'll bring it out. He'll rotate left wing. Mena back out Swanson. Swanson rotate Europa. Deep 3 on the way. No good. Rebound battle for it's offensive for Mena. And then a heads-up play. He threw it out of bounds off of Conley's body as his momentum was taking him near the sideline. Woodall, Merman, and Botjin all back in the game for South O'Brien. 4:53 to go until half. It's 8-7 Wolverines. Looking, and the trigger inbound deflected out of bounds by Honkamp. Nearly was taking that the length of the floor. Instead, out of bounds into the Emmetsburg bench. And Bach will be the trigger man. He'll get it in and work it across the midcourt stripe with Swanson. Swanson for Bach. Bach rotate Europa. Europa lob pass looking for the alley-oop for Mena. Mena tried to dish it off. And it's lost out of bounds. Just an unforced turnover against Emmetsburg. Head coach Bill Geelan says there was some contact there. And tell you what, it goes back to just calling that consistently. These refs thus far have. They've let them play, but they've let it go on both sides. Lob pass looking for Conley. Wasn't there. Just an errant pass out of bounds. And South O'Brien gives it right back. 4:29 to go in the second quarter. It's still 8-7. I think there was confusion as for whether we were in the game or not. One official allowed the ball to be inbounded while South O'Brien was getting new players into the ball game. And then they do stop play. They had an official's timeout Emmetsburg inbounded it anyway. Kylie Yates thinks that should be a technical. But it looks like it's going to be Emmetsburg who's going to get called for the technical. I'm sorry, it's going to be Emmetsburg benefiting from the technical. And the first here is no good. Swanson will have one more. Swanson 73% of the foul line this year, misses both technical free throws. I don't know what happened there. It looked like one official gave the okay to play, the other didn't, and then South O'Brien got called for having 6, maybe even 7, 8 on the floor, depending how you look at it. Timeout, Wolverines will take it with them. 4:21 to go until half. It's 8-7 South O'Brien here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Probably the biggest thing that we do a little bit different than a lot of schools is the live work side of the work. So when we teach our students, we actually, if you look around the shop and see what they're working on, in most cases it's a customer car, and so they get real-world application.
Our engineering design program is basically drawing components, manufacturing of the components, and then we get into the inspection of the components. So they got to create it, make it, and inspect it just as they would in industry.
Community Agency knows the internet is evolving, taking new twists and turns. It's a journey to experience with the fastest internet speeds available. Contact TCA, connect to the speed you need, and enjoy the ride.
Answer. Thank you. Well, we welcome you back. 8-7, South O'Brien on top. That technical foul during, I should say before the last break, was charged to the bench. It was head coach Kylie Yates. Took it out on a chair, but neither technical free throws hit. We play on. In the paint, down low to Hudson, lays it off the window and in. Great find. Bach got it just a foot in front of the free throw line. And all black uniforms swarmed to him. Left number 44 Dwight by himself under the bucket. Emmetsburg back out in front. On the other end, looking to drive in. Woodall with it now, receives a pass and kicks it back out. Bodgen for three, and Bodgen knocks it down. Bodgen had looked to drive, saw something he liked, dished it out, got it back. And a 43% shooter from deep puts his team back out in front. Quickly in the other end, deflected ball loose and stolen. And Mormon will take it away for South O'Brien. Across the midcourt stripe with 3.5 minutes to go until half. Woodall with the basketball. Woodall rotate to the left wing and now driving in. Ullman, a difficult shot. He gets it to go. 13-9 South O'Brien. 3:16 to go in the first half. Europa across the midcourt stripe. He'll rotate to Fank, left wing, back to Europa. Now rotate to the right wing for Swanson. Swanson defended by Woodall. Swanson drives in, bounces now underneath for Bach. Back out Swanson, now Europa. Europa driving right side of the floor. He'll hand it off, and this goes to the top to keep for Fank. Fank looking to drive in. Fank rotate Europa. Europa left at the top the key. Europa with under 5 to shoot. They'll let it go. Does not hit the rim, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Some long possessions for both teams as Ullman will check back in along with Riedemann. And Europa will be spelled by Mena for Emmetsburg. 2:40 to go. First half, 13-9. South O'Brien by 4. On the other end, Ullman driving to the basket, fouled on his way there. He will go to the line to shoot 2. That'll go against Fank, number 1 on him. Team's 4th foul. And Ullman at the line, shooting a pair. He's 80% at the foul line this year. No, he's not going to be at the line shooting 2. Had him lined up. Now they're going to say it's an on-the-floor foul. Inbound will go to the corner. Now bounce pass, rotate out. Woodall, catch, shoot 3. No good. Rebound tapped and into the hands on the offensive end of Bodgen. Bodgen cross-court feed. Now looking to drive on the other end is Mormon, and he got bumped and fouled on his way to the bucket. This will be on the floor. And South O'Brien will trigger in underneath the Emmetsburg bucket. 15 foul in the Hawks, second on Hudson. Looking, inbound goes to the corner, catch, shoot, three, does not catch iron, and the Hawks have the rebound. 2:15 to go in this first half. Quickly into the front court, Swanson with it, Swanson cross court feed to Fank, Fank inside the arc now, and looking to post up Hudson, make that Bach will kick it out. Bach now for Hudson to the baseline, pass tipped away, Emmetsburg will maintain it. 16 to shoot, gotta watch that shot clock, Emmetsburg has been burned by that twice already tonight. Long pass to the foul line, Hudson will kick it out open, look at a three, Fank, no good, rebound, battle for it's offensive. Mena, and then he lost it, loose on the floor, bodies dive for it. And South O'Brien, I think, forced a timeout to be called. Yes, they did. Mena did get down there and forced a timeout before the jump ball was called. We'll take it with him. 1:42 to go. First half, 13-9. South O'Brien. This is high school basketball on Fuller Digital Solutions.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. As members of your community, we get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we're the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In Primgar, your Farm Bureau agent is Danielle Rader.
#1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2018 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
13-9, South O'Brien trying to come into Emmetsburg short-handed and come away with a win. Bodgen with the basketball, puts up a runner in the paint and gets it to go. 15-9, South O'Brien. Emmetsburg led 6-0 out of the gate. Since then, a 15-3 run for the Wolverines. Mena kicks to the corner. With the basketball, Fank picks it up, goes inside the arc to Hudson. Hudson up top, Mena. Mena driving, puts up a jumper in the paint, no good. Foul called on the rebound going against Emmetsburg. That was their 6th. And it'll go against Hudson, number 3 on him. So team fouls even at 6 apiece. And a sub into the ball game, Feeney for Emmetsburg. Honkamp back in the game, along with Conley for South O'Brien. So minute 13 left here in half number 1. And into the front court. Honkamp with it. He'll dish it off to the wing for Polson and now to Riedemann. Riedemann trying to drive in. Riedemann kicks it to the wing. Open look at a three. That's no good. Rebound out of bounds. And it'll go back to Emmetsburg with 58 seconds to play. 15-9 South O'Brien. A low-scoring first half. Into the front court. They'll rotate it over. Anderson for Mena. Swanson with it now. Swanson rotate to Fank, and Fank goes up top. Swanson now inside the arc to Bach. Bach spinning. He'll turn and kick. Open look at a three. Mena, no good, but the rebound offensive. And Bach make that. Swanson will bring it out now with the shot clock turned off. 30 seconds left in the half. With the basketball, Mena rotates Swanson up top. Swanson for Fank, and now back to Swanson inside the arc. They'll get it back out. Swanson for three, no good. Rebound kept alive and then pulled down by Ullman. 13 seconds left, no shot clock. Quickly into the front court. Here come the Wolverines driving. They'll kick it up top. Open look at a three. Riedemann did not catch iron. Rebound offensive. Put back good. Conley was there. Mena lets it fly well short of the buzzer, and that's the way the first half ends. Right place and time for Willie Conley. And he gives his team their largest lead entering the halftime break. 17-9 South O'Brien. Halftime show in a moment. This is high school basketball on FDS.
Big store selection with small town service. Yes, that's right. Whether you need bedroom furniture or are looking for decorations to make your home feel more like a home, check out Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. Snooks carries a large selection of chairs, recliners, sofas, dressers, and more, with the individual customer service to help you find what works best for you.
Please consider the original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids on your way anyway and online at snooks1.com.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, we welcome you back. Glad to have you along here on Fuller Digital Solutions. Tanner Hoops, the play-by-play. Our halftime score, South O'Brien 17, Emmetsburg 9. It was a back-and-forth game early on. The offenses, it's not that they've been poor shooting the ball well. They've been very patient, and the defenses have been very stingy. It's been a low-scoring affair thus far. It was 6-0 Emmetsburg out of the gate. South O'Brien would score the final 5 points of the opening quarter, and it would be 6-5 Emmetsburg after one. South O'Brien did take their first lead in that second quarter, and they outscored the Ehawks 12-3 in that second frame. That's where we stand at 17-9 as South O'Brien will look to win their 7th consecutive game, and we'll try to snap Emmetsburg's 7-game winning streak in the process. Both teams on the road tomorrow and back in conference action. Emmetsburg advancing Northwest Webster, and South O'Brien is on the road visiting West Sioux. 17-9, the Wolverines on top at the break. We'll take a timeout, come back, and get you ready for the second half after this. This is high school basketball on Fuller Digital Solutions.
When was the last time you reviewed your insurance policies? Hi, this is Kent Faust, and our goal at South O'Brien Insurance is to provide the broadest coverage at the most affordable cost. Insurance has changed dramatically over the years, and now, more than ever, a comparison may be to your advantage. Call South O'Brien Insurance today to see what we can do for you.
Broadway Marketplace, Polina. New styles, new decor, new vibe. You can find it all at Broadway Marketplace, Polina. Here's a look at what we have on display now. We have a full-service floral shop for any occasion, great selection of gifts, and we offer private classes. We do wedding installs too, and more. Find us on Facebook. Visit our store downtown Polina Wednesday through Saturday, and let us know how we can help you. You'll always find something you love at Broadway Marketplace.
Did you know Iowa is the 12th largest milk-producing state in the United States? In Iowa, the average dairy cow produced 7 gallons of milk per day, and in May, Iowa dairy farms produced approximately 451 million pounds of milk. Rhoda Dairy is a proud dairy farm right here in O'Brien County and provides local jobs. When you sit down for your next meal, enjoy a nice cold glass of milk to go with it. Rhoda Dairy would like to wish the South O'Brien Wolverines the best of luck all season long.
As a parent, you have a choice in your child's education. Zion St. John Lutheran School believes all children deserve a quality, well-rounded education with a curriculum written with a biblical worldview. With a student-teacher ratio of 8-to-1, you can be sure your child's specific learning styles are met. Zion St. John offers affordable pricing with tuition assistance and is open to all denominations. For more information of the benefits Zion St. John Lutheran School can offer your child, visit their website or give them a call today.
A clean vehicle is a happy vehicle, and at the Wash House in Polina, it's easy with the automatic wash bay. Getting the sand, salt, and dirt off helps extend the life of your vehicle's body, and you'll have a quality experience when you use the Wash House. There's also plenty of room for bigger vehicles and trucks in their manual wash bays, and vacuums to clean up inside. Visit the Wash House in Polina when you need to get your car washed, and go Wolverines!
General Contracting, providing blue-collar work for blue-collar people. Brian Williams founded the company after a lifetime of construction trade experience. His goal, to bring a better experience at a better price. No cutting corners on the job, yet still the lowest price. He is a hard-working blue-collar guy making an honest living by providing work for blue-collar people. Contact Williams General Contracting in Calumet today by calling Brian at 712-229-2064.
You're going to love the view of a Screen Builder's designed outdoor leisure living space. Whether an all-season room, three-season room, deck, or patio, Screen Builders offers easy installation and a reliable warranty. From construction of new spaces to providing shade to existing spaces or adding easy breeze panels to your screen room, start your project at screenbuilders.com and enjoy the views you've been missing.
Call Screen Builders, you're gonna love the view.
A good bank can be much more than just the place you cash your checks. Savings Bank of Primgar has been serving farmers and small businesses for over 125 years, providing their customers with minimal fees, superior customer service, and the dependability that you just can't get from the big banks. Visit Savings Bank of Primgar today, where you're more than just a name, or visit them online to see what they can do for you.
What does EverTech mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price. And it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get EverTech's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
I like living in the dorms at NCC because it's a short walk to class. We do get free perks on campus. We get free laundry, we get free cable, free internet, free utilities. I do feel like I'm getting the college experience at NCC.
At NCC, we have EMT classes that cover many things: trauma emergency, medical emergencies, all the way to delivering a baby. There's just many more opportunities for EMS that allow you to grow not only as a person, but in your career as well.
Well, we welcome you back to Emmetsburg. About set to start quarter number 3, 17-9. South O'Brien leads Emmetsburg after 2 stanzas of play. It was 6-0 Emmetsburg out of the gate. They led 6-5 after 1 quarter, but a 17-3 run for South O'Brien. That's where we stand. Let's take a look at both conference standings as we enter play this evening. Both teams right around the middle of the pack, trying to break into that upper echelon. Twin Lakes Conference, Sioux Central, the top team there, 7-0 in league play. South Central Calhoun right behind them at 5-0. Alta really is 4-1 in third place. And then Emmetsburg tied with Newell Fonda. Both are 3-1 in fourth. Manson Northwest Webster in sixth place at 3-2. Grettinger, Turl, Ruth Van Asher 4-3. West Bend Mallard 2-3. East Sac County 2-4. Southeast Valley 1-6 in 10th place. Pocahontas area is 0-5. Storm Lake St. Mary's 0-7. We'll look at the War Eagle Conference standings a little bit later on. Right now, we're back to action. South O'Brien with the basketball. They operate right to left for this second half. Mormon will find Ullman. Ullman will kick it out. Mormon will look to drive. Mormon fall away. Jump shot around the rim. No good. Rebound for Hudson. And here come the E-Hawks looking to regain a little momentum they'd captured early. With the basketball, Swanson. Swanson, couple of dribbles, then dishes off toward the left wing. Swanson gets it back. Swanson will look to drive in. Kicks out Europa. Open corner three. That's no good. Rebound battled for. And then pulled down by South O'Brien. More specifically, I think that's Mormon. With the basketball now down low. Layup no good. Rebound for Hudson. After Riedemann had snaked his way underneath the bucket. Mano with it, dishes off Europa, driving underneath, now dishes to the corner, now working out toward the foul line, jump shot of the way, no good, rebound knocked out of bounds, and it's off of Emmetsburg. Head coach Bill Geelan can't believe it, right across the way from the Emmetsburg student section, they can't believe it. But it's South O'Brien basketball, 1 minute into the second half, they lead 17-9. With the basketball into the front court quickly, Honka. And dishes off to Woodall. Woodall driving in for the right side. Woodall fall away jump shot off the window. No good. Rebound for Swanson. And Swanson will look to push ahead. Swanson, lob pass goes to the corner. Swanson, go get it back. Rotate off to Mainen now. 90 seconds into the second half. Europa driving. Europa head fake layup shot blocked. And the rebound pulled down by Ullman who had the block. Bounce pass ahead reverse layup. No good for Riedemann. Loose ball on the floor. Offensive rebound. It's Ullman. And then it makes its way out to Mormon. Mormon, as they work it around to the corner, it'll get its way back to Riedemann. Riedemann for Ullman. Ullman for Honkop, and Honkop looking to drive. Honkop dishes off Mormon. Mormon, cross-court feed, open look, 4-3. Woodall, no good, and a rebounding foul against the Wolverines. 6:02 to go, third quarter, 17-9, South O'Brien by 8. Subs into the ball game, Gustafson for the E-Hawks. Bodgin and Conley for South O'Brien. It was 6-0 Emmetsburg about 4 minutes into the game, and then Kylie Yates called a timeout. His team has allowed just one field goal since. 17-3 run. To the foul line, trying to back down his defender. Bach will dish underneath to Swanson, who lays it off the window and in. 17-11, Emmetsburg within 6. Woodall into the front court. Woodall will dish it off for Riedemann. Riedemann, the team's leading scorer, dribbles left at the top of the key, picks it up and lobs to the foul line, deflected away, but still made its way back to Riedemann. Bodgin, jump shot blocked. Rebound offensive though, and the putback no good. Europa with the board. What a block for Carson Bach, and then Mena travels with the basketball at the other end. A lot of unhappy home crowd fans. Didn't agree with that call, but they're wearing black and gold glasses as Paulson checks in for South O'Brien. 5:19 to go, third quarter. South O'Brien with the basketball, looking to capitalize on the turnover. Conley with the basketball. Conley rotate toward Riedemann. Riedemann right at the top of the key. Riedemann dishes off Bodgin. Bodgin driving, blows by his defender and lays it off the window and in. Well, he just made one quick ball fake. Mena bit, and it was off to the races after that. Mena with the basketball. Mena for Europa between the circles. They'll work it around the horn. Deflected ball out of bounds. Stays with Emmetsburg. 19-11. South O'Brien leads by 8. 4:46 to go in the third quarter. They'll trigger it in underneath. And inbound to Europa where he's bumped and fouled. Got pushed into the first row of bleachers by a couple of black jerseys and a foul assessed. It'll be on Polson. Number 1 on him, the team's second. Swanson will be a trigger man. Inbounds it to Mena, top of the key. Mena rotate Europa. He'll let a left wing three fly. Did not catch iron. And a rebound saved from going out of bounds. At least initially by Bach. He saved it, but nobody played it beyond that. It rolled out of bounds a different direction. Full court press on here for Emmetsburg as Riedemann will trigger it in. In front of the E-Hawk bench, he does so to Bodgin. And Riedemann gets it back. He'll bring it across the midcourt stripe. Riedemann rotate for Bodgin. Bodgin trying to back down his defender. Kicks it to the corner. Conley, and then Conley carries. 4:22 to go. Fank is back in the ball game for Emmetsburg, replacing Europa. And we'll get a South O'Brien sub into the ball game too. That's Mormon along with Woodall. I'll check in and replace Riedemann and Ullman. And now South O'Brien's the one who comes out in a full court press. 2-2-1. 8-point Wolverine lead midway through the third quarter. Into the front court, they'll beat that press. Bach with the top of the key. Bach dishes off Mena. Mena between the circles, rotate, now back to Mena. Mena, one dribble, then dishes off. Swanson with it. Swanson dribbles to the top of the key and then swings it to Funk. Make that Fank, and now to the corner. Fank gets it again to the left wing. Fank will dish it to Bach, trying to back down his defender. Turnaround jumper just inside the free throw lane, no good. And a rebound pulled down by South O'Brien. And Botkin, he's the one who brings it across. Botkin will work it around the horn on the right side with Conley. Conley looks and looks. Conley rotate Woodall. Woodall for Merman. Now to Botkin for three in the wing. No good. Rebound is tapped into the hands of Emmetsburg, and more specifically, it's Bach. Quickly into the front court. Mena. Hop step, and now he'll dish it off and get it back. Mena between the circles. 3:16 to play. Mena to the wing for Swanson. Cross-court feed. Dangerous pass. Tipped out of bounds off South O'Brien. It'll stay with Emmetsburg. 3:12 to go in the quarter. 18 left in the shot clock. And Mena will trigger it in. 19-11. It's an 8-point lead for South O'Brien. Mena with the basketball. Left wing three in the way. Does not catch iron. Rebound. Save from going out of bounds, though, from Anderson, but he threw it to Bodkin. Bodkin across the midcourt stripe quickly works it in for Woodall, and they got to work it back out. Here's a runner let go just inside the arc. No good. Rebound tapped out and into the hands of an E-Hawk player. Quickly works it ahead, and a foul called as Bach was looking to go up and lay it in. Third foul against South O'Brien, second on Bodkin. And it puts Swanson at the line, shooting two. Swanson, 73% foul shooter this year. He misses the first, one more coming. As Honkamp will check back into the game along with Ullman and Riedemann. Swanson, one of two guys in the starting lineups between these squads, it's averaging about 2.5 steals a game. Missed the second, three on the way from Riedemann, the other end, no good. And Mena has the rebound. 2:30 to go, third quarter. Mena quickly in the front court. Mena kicks over to the left wing, now looking to drive in. Hop step for Fang, now up top for Mena. Mena cross-court feed, and looking to drive is Hudson. Whistle, foul, far end of the floor, and it's on South O'Brien, their fourth. Subs into the game, Feeney and Conley for their respective teams. Botch in charge with the personal, his third, and he'll have to sit. Emmetsburg has not committed a foul in the second half. Inbound to Fank in the corner, looking to drive, picks it up, finds Mena, rotate to the corner, and now looking to drive in, and dishing it back out now as Bach tries to back down his defender, plays it to Mena. Mena, rotate up to the top, the key for Feeney. Feeney will play it back. Top of the key, bounce pass Fank, gives it to the foul line and looking to drive in, turning, shoveling underneath, layup for Fank, no good, rebound offensive Mena. Mena puts it up and in. Really had to work to get that bucket, he does, and it's a 6-point game. 19-13, Ullman on the other end, kicks to the corner, Conley, he traveled. A minute 41 to go in this third quarter. And timeout called. I think they've got some perspiration they want mopped up on the other end of the floor. It's an official's timeout. The official just kind of moves his shoe around, squeaks it up. No need for the towel, we play on. Into the front court quickly. Swanson with it. Swanson curls around and he'll leave it for Mena. Mena bounce pass to Fank. Fank steps back. He'll try a right wing three, and it's good. It's a one-possession ball game. Bank had been looking for that shot all night long. His first made three, and it's 19-16. This is as close as it's been since early second quarter. Where the basketball, Ullman will rotate out to Conley. Conley picks it up and finds Ullman. Ullman right at the top of the key, and a timeout called by South O'Brien. We'll take it with them. 61 seconds left, third quarter. South O'Brien 19, Emmetsburg 16. This is high school basketball on FBS.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. As members of your community, we get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we're the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In Primgar, your Farm Bureau agent is Danielle Rader.
#1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2018 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
Big store selection with small town service. Yes, that's right. Whether you need bedroom furniture or are looking for decorations to make your home feel more like a home, check out Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. Snooks carries a large selection of chairs, recliners, sofas, dressers, and more, with the individual customer service to help you find what works best for you.
Please consider the original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids on your way anyway and online at snooks1.com.
19-16, South O'Brien's lead trimmed to 3. Final 61 seconds of this third quarter. It was 17-9 out of the halftime break. Emmetsburg, they've controlled this third quarter for the most part. Bounce pass, backdoor looking for Conley, and then it's knocked out of bounds off an Emmetsburg hand. It'll stay with South O'Brien. Shot clock doesn't reset, though. It's at 7. Got to be aware of that. 53 seconds left in the quarter. Ullman looks and looks. Maina's on. Ball in the inbounds pass is intercepted, and then falling to the floor, knocked out of bounds. It's off of Emmetsburg. It'll be South O'Brien basketball. Bill Geelan looking for a foul. They're not giving him the call. 50 seconds left in this third quarter. Swanson had looked over once he hit the deck. He thought there should have been a foul too, but hey, these refs, to their credit, they have been consistent, calling it on both ends, letting them play. Mormon with the basketball, rotate to the corner for Ullman. Ullman rotate up top now for Riedemann. He gets a little contact, puts up a floater falling away. He doesn't catch iron, it's out of bounds. And Emmetsburg will take over with 35 seconds left. Subs into the game. It'll be Paulson along with Botjan, who, keep in mind, is playing with 3 fouls, number 33 in black. Officially 34.9 seconds left in the quarter. So the shot clock is turned off. Maina with the basketball. His team trailing by 3. They do not have to give up possession this quarter if they don't want to. Maina right at the top of the key. 17 seconds left in this third quarter. Just working around the horn, bleeding the clock. With the basketball, Fank. And now Swanson looking for a ball screen, driving with 5 to the corner. Maina, head fake defender in the air, 3 in the way for the tie, didn't catch iron, rebound long and pulled down by South O'Brien, and that's the way the third quarter ends. Well, it's a third quarter that saw Emmetsburg tighten this one significantly. Good fourth quarter on the way. 19-16, South O'Brien. Back in a moment on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Community Agency knows the Internet is evolving, taking new twists and turns. It's a journey to experience with the fastest Internet speeds available. Contact TCA. Connect to the speed you need and enjoy the ride.
I think so.
When was the last time you reviewed your insurance policies? Hi, this is Kent Faust, and our goal at South O'Brien Insurance is to provide the broadest coverage at the most affordable cost. Insurance has changed dramatically over the years, and now, more than ever, a comparison may be to your advantage. Call South O'Brien Insurance today to see what we can do for you.
Ready for the start of quarter number 4. Tanner Hoops with you on the play-by-play. Bryce Williams, our on-site producer and engineer. 19-16 South O'Brien. They have not trailed since early in the second quarter. But Emmetsburg has fought this one back, made it a one-possession game. 8 minutes left in regulation. With a basketball, Fank in the far side of the floor. He's defended over that way by Polson and hands off to Mena. Mena for Swanson. Swanson back to Mena between the circles. Rotate to Fank. Fank, the sharpshooter, plays it back up top to Mena. Driving in, now picks it up and kicks it out. Swanson near the low block. He'll play it out. Finds Bach. Bach at the foul line. Backdoor pass to a cutter who lays it off the window and in. That time it was Feeney who got behind the defense and makes it a 1-point game. 19-18 South O'Brien by 1. With the basketball, Woodall driving in. Woodall curls around, picks it up, finds Ullman up top. Ullman to the left wing. And now dishing it back, looking to drive, whistle, and a foul called before the shot. Foul will go against Emmetsburg, and more specifically, Carson Bach, number 1 on him. That's Emmetsburg's first foul of the second half. Comes with 7:08 to go in regulation. Here's a quick shot that's waved off. It went in for Botjan. He banked it in, but the foul called prior to that. Second against Emmetsburg, second on Feeney. 7:03 to go, regulation time. Inbound for Conley. Kicks into the corner, open three, Polson, no good. Rebound offensive though, one dribble, put back, Riedemann, no good. Rebound offensive again, it's Riedemann. Defender of the air, no, it's Pullman, I beg your pardon. And he gets fouled as he goes up for the shot. Hunter Ullman was able to corral that rebound and then gets fouled by, I think it was Mena. It was his second, team's third. And Ullman at the line shooting 80% coming into this game. His first here is good. Subs into the game, Hudson is back on the floor for Emmetsburg, along with a newcomer, that's Bronson Dietrich, a 6'1 sophomore, averaging a point per. Ullman, second team All-War Eagle a season ago. One more shot coming. It's on the way. It's around the rim and in. 21-18, 6:50 to go, regulation time. Into the front court, Swanson for Dietrich. And now down low, trying to post up. Bach, jumper won't go. Rebound for South O'Brien. And here come the Wolverines. Riedemann with the board. He walks it across. Riedemann dishes off. Bodgen looking to drive. Bod make that Woodall. His pass deflected, tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with South O'Brien. 6:25 to go in the fourth. 21-18, Wolverines by 3. Throw in coming from the far side of the floor. It'll be Riedemann to trigger it in. South O'Brien teams at West Sioux tomorrow. Should be a good doubleheader, especially in the boys' end of things. There's a steal for Mena. Mena, 1-on-3 to the basket, doesn't care. He tries to go up with it anyway, got stripped and fouled. 15 foul on South O'Brien, 6:16 to go here in regulation. As that foul goes against Riedemann, his second. Byron Mena's at the line for the first time tonight. He's 10 of 20 there at the foul line this season, and he's good in the first one. Mena, just a sophomore, but voted a captain by his peers. Leads the team in scoring and rebounding entering play tonight. His second foul shot good. A 1-point game once again. Full court press is on. It's 21-20. South O'Brien. They beat the press. Riedemann driving, puts up a wild shot and gets it a go. Boy, he knew the contact was coming, felt it. Just tried to put it up, draw some contact. It went in. 3-point lead, 6-minute mark. Mena with the basketball driving in the paint. Mena puts up a jumper, no good. Out of bounds. It's off of. It'll be off of South O'Brien. Emmetsburg basketball. Sub into the game. That'll be Fank. Keep an eye on him. A good shooter. And he'll check in. His team trailing by 3. Replaces Gustafson. Inbound to the top of the key for Bach. Bach driving in. Bach in the paint. Bach picks it up. He'll kick over to Swanson. Swanson back to Bach at the foul line, and Bach will back it out. Bach looking to go back in now. Kicks to Swanson, driving the corner. Swanson picks it up, finds Mena. Mena, plenty of time on the shot clock, 17 to shoot. They'll work it down low now. Hudson puts up a jumper and gets it to go. 1 point game again. 5:24 to play here in regulation. Woodall with the basketball, finds Bodgen. Bodgen right at the top of the key. Bodgen tries to back down his defender, hands it off to Riedemann, driving, scoop shot, layup, good. Boston Riedemann gets it to go. And quickly on the other end, Emmetsburg looking to answer. Three for the tie, the way it's around the rim, no good from Fank. Rebound South O'Brien, 5 minutes to go. Big possession here, Bodgen with it, and a foul called against Bach. They're going to get him for a reach, and I beg your pardon, Fank, I think, 10 instead of 14. Let me let the ref make the call before I start assessing blame for the foul. It's a second on Fank, the team's fourth, 4:51 to go in this one. Bodgen will be the trigger man. Inbound goes toward the baseline for Ullman, trying to back down his defender, kicks it up top for Honkamp. Honkamp will rotate it around the horn, they'll work it to Conley. Conley, lob pass to the corner, Ullman trying to back down his defender along the baseline, throws it away, and then a foul at South O'Brien. Not a bad foul if you're South O'Brien, other than the fact that was your seventh. I get it, heat of the moment. Is that 7 or 6? Nah, beg your pardon, that is your sixth. So good foul for South O'Brien. Their last to give. Rather than the easy free 2 points, they'll steal and get it right back. Coming the other end, layup good. And a big bucket for Bodgen. So 27-22 after all that. 4:16 to play. Top of the key. Swanson rotate to Mena, whistle, foul called, blocking foul against South O'Brien. And that is the Wolverines' seventh, so bonus time. That'll put Mena to the line, shooting a 1-and-1. And maybe more importantly, the fifth personal foul on Bodgen. So David Bodgen's night is done. Really the only player that's found himself in foul trouble for this game. Front end of the 1-and-1 from Mena is good. He'll get one more. 27-23, 4:11 to go. One more shot coming. It's on the way, and it's good. Full court press remains on. One possession game midway through the fourth quarter. Driving. It's Honkamp, kicks it over to Conley for a right wing three. No good. Rebound is pulled down by Emmetsburg. Here come the E-Hawks. Swanson trying to push it to the corner for Mena. Mena dribbles up top. A three can tie it. Fank inside the arc to Bach at the foul line. Bach trying to back down his defender. Kicks it out to Swanson. Swanson will dribble up top. Look to drive in. Kicks it out to Mena. Mena trying to back down his defender, now curls around and hands it off. 9 seconds to shoot, timeout called by Emmetsburg. And this will come with 3:32 to go. Full time out of the floor, we'll take it with them. 27-24, South O'Brien, 3:32 to play. This is high school basketball on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Broadway Marketplace, Polina. New styles, new decor, new vibe. You can find it all at Broadway Marketplace, Polina. Here's a look at what we have on display now. We have a full-service floral shop for any occasion, great selection of gifts, and we offer private classes. We do wedding installs too, and more. Find us on Facebook. Visit our store downtown Polina Wednesday through Saturday, and let us know how we can help you. You'll always find something you love at Broadway Marketplace.
Did you know Iowa is the 12th largest milk-producing state in the United States? In Iowa, the average dairy cow produced 7 gallons of milk per day, and in May, Iowa dairy farms produced approximately 451 million pounds of milk. Rhoda Dairy is a proud dairy farm right here in O'Brien County and provides local jobs. When you sit down for your next meal, enjoy a nice cold glass of milk to go with it. Rhoda Dairy would like to wish the South O'Brien Wolverines the best of luck all season long.
Welcome back. It's going to be a good finish here at Emmetsburg. Glad to have you along. Fank for 3 in the tie. No good. Off the hill of the rim. And the rebound for Ullman. 27-24. South O'Brien the lead in the ball with 3:17 to play in regulation. David Bodgen is fouled out. Really the only player with foul trouble to speak of. But his team's still leading by 3, trying to close this one out for him. Here's the ball thrown away. Was not touched by an E-Hawk. Just one too many passes sailed out of bounds. 3:05 to go. Emmetsburg will get it back. Emmetsburg tied for 4th in the Twin Lakes Conference. South O'Brien 5th in the War Eagle. This game has no effect on those standings. Top of the key, Swanson pulls up at the free throw line for a jumper. It's no good, off the hill of the rim, and then a rebounding foul on Emmetsburg. 2:47 left to play. 15 foul against the E-Hawks, and that allows Woodall to get into the ball game for South O'Brien. That foul will go against, it looks like Feeney. That's number 3 on him. Full court press remains on. Emmetsburg has 1 foul left to give if they start getting into that territory. Conley, lob pass down low, head fake layup, good. Nicely done, right underneath. And a big bucket for South O'Brien. Layup goes to Mormon. Here's a quick near steal. Mena with it on the other end, tries a 3, no good. Rebound kept alive, but pulled down by Ullman. And now worked ahead to Riedemann. 2-on-2, Riedemann, smart play. Slows it down, runs a little more clock. Riedemann will rotate to Ullman and now goes to the corner for Woodall. Woodall looks and looks. Employs the dribble. Along the baseline, draws a double team. Goes up top, Conley. 2 minutes left. Conley's pass intercepted by Mena. Mena into the front court. Mena rotate to the right wing. Now inside the arc for Bach. Bach, fall-away jumper in the paint around the rim. No good. Rebound loose and pulled down by Mormon. 29-24. 5 points South O'Brien lead. 1:40 to go. Woodall with the basketball. Woodall between the circles, being very patient. Clock starting to become a factor in this one. With the basketball, Riedemann between the circles, looking to drive on Bach. Riedemann backing him down, picks it up in the low block, kicks it over to Woodall. Woodall puts up a floater in the baseline, gets it to go. Big time shot for Woodall, and it's a 7-point game with 75 seconds to go. Into the front court, Swanson. Swanson for Mena between the circles. Mena driving. Mena picks up the dribble. Fall away. Jumper in the paint. Won't go. Rebound offensive though. Emmetsburg needed it. Final minute of play. Down by 7. The E-Hawks with the ball. Bach driving. Bach shovels underneath. Scoop shot. Layup. Good for Feeney. And a timeout called by Emmetsburg. We'll keep it right here with 49 seconds to play. 31-26. Emmetsburg within 5. Mentioned earlier we were going to look at the War Eagle standings. Had not had a chance to do that yet, but let's do it now. West Sioux boys on top. They're undefeated in conference play at 5-0. Lamar's Galen 7-1. Remsen St. Mary's 5-1. And then Harley Melvin Sanborn 4th place at 4-1. South O'Brien's 5-2. Then you've got Hinton at 2-2. MMCRU's 2-5. Unity Christian, Harris Lake Park, both 1-3 in the league. Akron Westfield is 1-8, and then Trinity Christian is 0-7 in 11th place. Those are the War Eagle standings as we enter play this evening. Again, this game has no impact on that, but fun to see. Each team back in conference action tomorrow. Both on the road. Emmetsburg is at Manson. And South O'Brien will be in Haywarden. 49.4 seconds left in this one. 31-26, South O'Brien by 5. They have the ball. Emmetsburg again still has the one foul to give before they put him at the line. Ullman will be the trigger man. He does get it into Riedemann. They don't foul immediately, and then Riedemann is bumped and fouled with 46 seconds left. So that'll put Riedemann to the line. I beg your pardon, one more to put him to the line. That was the 16th foul. 46 seconds left. Roughly 3 seconds ran off the clock during that span. Inbound goes to Conley, and then Conley is wrapped up and fouled. So team fouls even at 7. This one goes against. It looks like they're going to get Swanson for it his first. Honkamp is in the ball game. Conley this year, 77% of the foul line. It's a South O'Brien team that collectively shoots 67%. Front end of the 1-and-1 is around the rim, no good. Mena with the board. 40 seconds left. Europa, corner 3, no good. Rebound battle for rebounding foul. Who's this on? It comes with 36 seconds left. And it's going to go against South O'Brien. It's number 3 on Riedemann, team's 8th. So Swanson is at the line, shooting 2. Swanson, the team leader in assists at 4 per game, also averages over 2 steals per. Gets it done on both ends. (31-26) with 36 seconds left. Front end of the 1-and-1. Good. Big time foul shot for Swanson. One more coming. This is an Emmetsburg team that's been part of plenty of close games. Mentioned earlier, worth repeating in a moment. We'll do so. Second foul shot, no good. Rebound, South O'Brien. And then fouled immediately. Ullman, he's at the line, shooting a 1-and-1. Emmetsburg mentioned at the top of the broadcast, 6 of their 9 games this year have been decided by 5 points or less. They're 5-1 in those games. The only loss coming back in December, 56-51 against Spencer. Ullman, a very good foul shooter. Front of the 1-and-1 is no good. Emmetsburg the rebound with 33 seconds left, down 4. Top of the key, rotate to the corner. Swanson for Mena. Mena right wing. Mena drives in. Mena shovels underneath. Bach kicks it out. Europa back to Mena. 3 on the way. It's good! Timeout, Emmetsburg. A 1-point game with 16 seconds to go. What a shot by Byron Mena. 38% shooter from deep. Just a sophomore, but already a captain. And boy, for things like that, good reason. Shots like that. 31-30 is our score. South O'Brien's lead is 1. And on the floor for the Wolverines, it'll be Woodall, Riedemann, Conley is out there. They'll be joined by, looks like Ullman, and then at the scores table, Paulson, I think, is getting ready to check in. He is, but it's not going to be him on the floor. It's going to be Mormon. Paulson's going to get sent back to the bench. So full court press remains on. Each team with 8 fouls, probably going to foul immediately if you don't get the steal if you're Emmetsburg. Inbound to Woodall. Woodall trapped. Woodall is fouled before he gets to the midcourt stripe. So they tried to wait until he got to midcourt, see if they could trap him and turn it over. And instead, Woodall is at the line. He hasn't been there a lot this season, but when he has, he's been good. That foul, by the way, is on Bach, number 3 on him. Ben Woodall, 9 of 10 at the foul line this year. A huge 1-and-1 coming up with 13 seconds to play. Front end, no good. Emmetsburg rebound. They do have a timeout left, and they'll use it as they get to the front court. Here we go. We'll keep it right here during the break. Boy, South O'Brien's left the door open. They've been missing some 1-and-1s. Emmetsburg, meanwhile, they trail by as many as 7 here in the final couple of minutes. And yet here they are, 8.2 seconds left. They'll inbound the ball at half court, trailing by 1. They have been so good in close games this year. Can they keep it going and win their 8th consecutive game? On the floor for South O'Brien, Ullman, Mormon, Riedemann, Honkamp, and Conley. Can South O'Brien go short-handed on the road and knock off a red-hot Emmetsburg team? Clipboard out, markers out for head coach Bill Gielan and staff, drawing something up. And keep in mind, if South O'Brien commits a foul here, it'll be a 1-and-1. On the floor for Emmetsburg, Hudson, Mena, Swanson, Bach, and Fank. 8.1 seconds is what they have now. So 1/10 of a second goes off. No argument. Here we go. Top of the key. Fank picks up the dribble, rotate to the corner. 2 seconds left. Lets it go with the buzzer. It's short. And South O'Brien knocks off Emmetsburg for a 7th consecutive victory. Emmetsburg tightened things up late, but South O'Brien hangs on to win 31-30. Let's take a quick break. Postgame starts now here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
As a parent, you have a choice in your child's education. Zion St. John Lutheran School believes all children deserve a quality, well-rounded education with a curriculum written with a biblical worldview. With a student-teacher ratio of 8-to-1, you can be sure your child's specific learning styles are met. Zion St. John offers affordable pricing with tuition assistance and is open to all denominations. For more information of the benefits Zion St. John Lutheran School can offer your child, visit their website or give them a call today.
And welcome back to Emmetsburg, 31-30. South O'Brien wins a thriller of a boys contest. Emmetsburg went out to a 6-0 lead early on, and they led 6-5 after a quarter. South O'Brien had a 17-3 run at one point, and they led 17-9 at halftime. But Emmetsburg controlled the third quarter. They got within 3 at 19-16. Got within 1 in the fourth quarter and looked like we were set for a back-and-forth finish. But then South O'Brien started pulling away and built a lead as great as 7 at 31-24. Emmetsburg, though, would score the final 6 points of the game and had a shot there at the end. Had a look with 8.1 seconds to go. Couldn't knock it down, and South O'Brien will win their 7th in a row, 31-30. Left the door open, some missed foul shots, and I got a feeling next practice that may be what Coach Kylie Yates is having the guys stress or work on, what have you, but ultimately it is a 1-point victory for South O'Brien tonight. They're now 8-2 overall. They remain 5-2 in the War Eagle. Emmetsburg drops to 7-3. Their 7-game winning streak is snapped. Well, South O'Brien teams at Haywood tomorrow taking on West Sioux, and then Tuesday at Hartley Melvin Sanborn. Emmetsburg on the road tomorrow visiting Manson Northwest Webster, and then Tuesday night they're right back here with Sioux Central in town. Junior varsity game tonight won by South O'Brien 54-35. They make it a JV varsity sweep with a 31-30 win in the varsity game. Girls side of things, that was a win for Emmetsburg earlier this evening, 46-35. 22-23. It's been our pleasure bringing you both games right here on Fuller Digital Solutions, and hope you enjoyed the broadcast as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Thanks to all of our sponsors for rocking with us. Impossible to do what we do without you. Once again, it is a varsity doubleheader split. Emmetsburg wins the girls contest 46-23. South O'Brien wins the thrilling boys contest 31-30. For Bryce Williams, our producer, our entire crew here at FDS, my name is Tanner Hoops, saying good night and thank you for joining our broadcast.